Can I take one of these lighters?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Which
I had.
color do I choose?
I think I started with like fucking 500 of them or something.
Oh yeah, this clear one. This is the best choice. Okay.
You know about the clippers? You know about the clippers?
The team?
No, the
Or
the
scissors?
lighter, the clipper lighter.
Oh.
Fucking team.
Well, I don't know. No.
So those, you pull the striker out, and you got something to pack your shit with.
What?
It's got the flat edge, so
Wait, how'd you pull it out? Do it again.
You just pull it out, like that.
Oh
like so.
my god, I did it.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, thank you.
And then it's got the flat edge on it, so whatever you grind up, you can scrape up into a nice little pile
That
there.
is so fucking genius. Can you do this with any lighter like this, or
Yeah, you
that's
need
why you
clippers.
specifically bought
yeah,
these?
that's
Okay.
why I bought these. They're a fucking multi-tool.
That's
There's like
fucking
other stuff they
genius.
do too, and I guess if you're just absolutely
There's
dog
other
shit at
stuff.
rolling things up, you can like kind of wrap it around that a little bit to start it.
I'm gonna use that. I
They're
like that
not
a
bad.
lot.
Hunter, you need a lighter? You need a multi-tool.
Yes, I want a red
Wait,
one.
which
actually, you
color
can
do you
go-
want? Yeah, no, give
whatever
it back.
color.
He didn't get to choose.
Yeah. Choose your color, bro. Choose your
I chose
color.
this one, the clear one. I thought it was. Oh, okay.
Clear
Red.
does
Oh
it
yeah,
first.
red goes with you. You're right. You are right.
Perfect.
I was watching one of y'all's podcasts. I was like, I want one of those lighters.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
I started with like a few hundred of them, and I've dwindled down to this, so not bad, not bad. Whew, you guys ready?
I'm ready. How close do I get to the mic? Just right up.
Right there, you're good. Dude, we're on Bikes and Bullshit here. Episode 65 with Hunter Honda and Brittany Winn.
Hello.
Welcome, guys.
I saw it.
I saw it. I haven't, Hunter, I haven't seen you in I don't know how fucking long. You get more and more beautiful every time.
Probably like 2 years.
How do you guys know
Yeah.
each other? I never asked.
Just from like
actually.
riding, making YouTube videos and
okay.
shit. I remember, was it when I stayed at Moto Nasi's house at one time? Is that the last time I saw you? Because that's what I
Yeah.
feel like it is.
I
That's
took
your
a
brother,
really
right?
funny selfie with you, and I have yet to find that photo. It's probably like 4 years ago.
Oh, that's
3
a
years ago?
while.
Oh God, yeah, it's been a hot minute.
Okay.
Because then Brent Moto Nasi, he moved and then didn't do the ride anymore, obviously because he didn't live there. Now he lives there again. You still hang out with him?
Yeah, I helped him move to Georgia, and we drove there, and I think we drove there and back within a day and a half,
Oh,
or like
Jesus.
2 days. Yeah.
How far of a
Where?
drive is that?
Shoot, I think it took us like 12 hours to get there.
Yeah.
Maybe
Oh,
more.
shit.
And we did not stop. Like, we just stopped to get gas. And
Oh, jeez.
I
Yeah,
have
I've
never
done,
hallucinated from lack of sleep
Yeah,
that
that
much.
sounds terrible.
Dude, I helped somebody move to Washington and then helped them move back to Texas. It was like right after, it was it was like 2 weeks after I graduated high school. So I got my wisdom teeth out, I think the day after graduation. And then I want to say it was like the day after that, I got in a moving truck and helped him move all his shit up to Washington. And like, it was rough. I didn't take my pain pills because we were switching off, like driving. And I was like, man, I'm not trying to get fucked up and then drive. So I was trying to be smart about it. And it was absolutely miserable.
How far was that from
Fucking-
Texas to Washington, or like how long?
The first time we did it in just a vehicle loaded up with everything you had. And then on the way back, it was in a moving truck. So on the way there, it was like 18 hours or something.
Oh shit.
In the moving truck that only goes 60, it was a full 24 hours, and we didn't stop that time.
Oh fuck
and it was
that!
miserable.
Oh my god! Yeah, no, I went on a 22-hour flight once, and it's like I don't think I've ever even done anything for 22 hours. And I was like in one of the regular seats too that you get on a plane. Like it wasn't extra space or anything. It was,
On the long flights like
was
that, do the normal
horrifying.
seats like lean back more?
no,
than
they
usual?
don't. They still have that 3 inches of lean back, and like still like they make you bring it up when you're departing and arriving.
That shit is the worst.
Yeah, I hate it.
Hate flying because of how uncomfortable it is, and they just
Oh, yeah.
jam everybody in there.
Oh,
They
yeah.
overcharge you and then just jam you in there, and they're like, "Fuck you, here you
Yeah,
go."
I laugh so hard every time we land that there's always the people that just stand straight up and just stand there the whole time until like the doors open and line up and shit. And
Yeah.
it's like, man, you know this goes out
Yep.
or like by the row.
But it's like if you don't stand up, then people will just leave.
Oh
you
yeah,
there. Like,
they'll
be
jump
trying
in
to go
front
in front of you. Yeah,
We're
so
also
it's like
going to
you
be
have
waiting
to.
for our
Sucks.
luggage
It's
though.
like traffic. You have to be assertive.
Fucking sucks. Jeez, where was that flight to that was that long?
It was to Phuket, Thailand.
Phuket, Thailand.
Yeah, it's spelled fuck it though. P-H-U-C-K-E-T.
Oh, I never knew how you said that.
Yeah.
The fun
I
one.
just
Phuket.
responded.
It's the one you learn about in 8th grade, and everybody starts laughing. Yeah.
That's
Or
true.
Bangkok, but
Yeah.
those
Oh, yeah,
two,
that's a
those
good
two are good.
That's funny.
God, my hip is cramping just thinking about a flight that
What the
long.
fuck?
Damn, bro, we've only been sitting here like 5 minutes.
It's gonna happen, man.
Dude's fucked up already. That's funny. Hunter, what are you doing here in the pandemic, dude? You're supposed to be quarantined. Get out of here.
Yeah, I know,
not-
right? Coming
Fuck
from
it.
Austin to Dallas.
It's dangerous.
Quarantining with friends. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's been really interesting being out. I still go to work. I have a job, believe it or not.
same.
I don't do YouTube full time anymore, but we were considered essential. So it's been surreal being in like Austin or Dallas and no traffic.
Dude, yeah. It's
like,
been nice because
what?
like I still work too. And it's like every day there's no traffic on the roads. I just
Yeah.
kind of go get my shit done. I don't have
Yeah.
to worry about people.
Yeah.
And then just every day, slowly, like day by day, it's just like there's that many more cars on the road, and people are starting to care less and less about
Yeah.
having to stay home.
I've noticed a lot of people are driving like 100 miles per hour too.
Yeah,
You
dude.
should go to 6th Street with your bike while it's like empty like this and take pictures. That would be super
I've yet to
dope.
go, but a buddy of my brother's actually took some photos down there like at nighttime, and it looks like the apocalypse.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Yep.
nobody. Normally, you can't even walk. There's so many
Yeah.
people down there. but-
Yeah.
oh, just crazy, man.
Yeah, it's interesting. I went to Fuel City the other day. I guess it was last week. And, like, you can like, okay, so on the news they're saying that in South Dallas, Corona is worse. Like, there's
Yeah.
more cases
Yeah.
down there than anywhere else. And it's, you know, whatever. If you know anything about South Dallas, it's like kind of you want to steer clear if you can.
Yeah.
Fuel City would be on the south side of downtown, and it's normally packed. But in the pandemic, it is also fucking packed. Like, people don't give a shit down there.
Yeah.
And they had like spots marked out to keep your 6 feet away, and you couldn't go inside the store. You had to go through the drive-thru if you needed a drink, or you had to like go in the outside taco line. And it's just like
That shit's
I never,
crazy.
I haven't been worried about it until I was there, and I was like, you know what? If I get sick, it's from here for sure.
For
this is the one
sure.
place.
For sure.
Because at work, I'm normally alone or just kind of minding my own business.
Yeah,
so.
for sure.
Have you been in public yet and hear somebody coughing?
Oh, dude, no, I haven't. Well, I've been trying to like keep my hands in my pockets and not touch things and like not even really open my mouth.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I went to the grocery store today, and I'm walking in, and this lady with a mask, she's like glaring at me as I walked in. I guess because I didn't have a mask.
Yeah,
or
I
something,
feel like
but
I'm looked down upon now if I don't
Yeah.
have one, instead of like the other way around, looking
Yeah, it's
down
like,
upon
look,
people with them.
If you're worried about it, wear your mask. Like,
Yeah, for
I'm
sure.
fine over
For
here.
sure.
I'm not worried about me.
Yeah, usually at first I'd see people with masks and gloves, and you can't help but feel kind of weird. You're like, oh, I wonder if they're sick or whatever.
Right?
Now you go out and like, if you're not wearing a mask and gloves, you feel kind of. Actually, Austin just passed. You have to wear a mask.
I know Dallas actually starting today in Dallas County, you have to wear a mask.
What?
Yeah.
Wait. So you have to
Yeah.
wear it anywhere in public?
Yep. In Dallas, yep.
I
If
didn't
you're,
know that.
or it said in.
Well, if
maybe
you're
in-
like,
inside essential business or some
Yeah,
shit.
Like
so-
Walmart and stuff?
Yeah. So if you're just like running down the street, I don't think like working out or doing whatever.
Yeah.
I don't
Like
think you
riding
have
your
to,
motorcycle.
but they might say something.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I thought it was just in Austin. As of today?
Yeah, started
my God.
at midnight. So yeah, starting today. Supposed to mask up, and I think they kind of let you like if you just want to put a bandana or whatever, like it doesn't.
Or, like,
actually have to be-
something
yeah,
over.
just
Okay,
cover it.
yeah.
Yeah,
That makes
that's what their big thing
sense.
is. But they're doing that. I get why, because they're trying to open everything back up, and it's like, God, just
Oh,
fucking
really?
wear your mask and go out and do your thing. So
Yeah.
makes sense.
I get
It's
that.
not the
I
end of
get
the world.
that.
well, like in Austin, you can't. I have yet to be able to find masks. They're
I
just,
know
like, sold
that's
out
another
everywhere.
thing. It's like you can't even find them.
Yeah. I
It's
gave
weird.
him the rest of the ones I had. I need one of them back then.
Yeah.
Dallas passed it.
Was that
Yeah.
all of them?
No,
Uh-oh.
I just want one. I
Okay.
gave you 3. I want one. I just want
Okay,
one.
sorry.
Yeah.
I think the closest thing I actually have is like one of the like the head socks you wear under a helmet.
Oh, like the balaclava.
God.
Yeah. Yep.
But like the one that.
balaclava.
where it's just this
That's
is
what they're
showing,
called. No
like-
one
Yeah,
knows.
yeah, I have one of those, but it doesn't really work very well because my beard just like it pokes
Yep,
out
yep.
at the bottom, and then my beard's hanging out. I'm just like, this looks
Gonna
stupid
have
as
to
hell.
shave it, dude. Thanks,
Yeah.
Corona.
That's
I don't think
hilarious.
so. but this has been years in the making.
Ain't no pandemic getting rid of this hair.
Not at all. Have you seen the video? I keep seeing videos where dudes are like, "Oh, fuck that," and then they like flip their beard up.
Oh,
and-
yeah.
It's like, that's kind of gross, actually.
I know a lot of people with their jobs, like that work in the medical field, they're required to wear a mask. They did have to, by law, like trim their beard. To
Oh,
where it's
really?
not to their neck.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Because
I mean,
the mask
I would
won't
get that.
seal.
Yeah, it wouldn't do anything. So
Yeah.
Even
I
if
mean,
you tucked it
shit. If I was
in.
in a hospital though, working, like I'd for sure be doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good thing I'm not though.
Yeah.
Good thing I'm not.
Yeah, for real. Fuck. I don't think people want me to, save their lives.
Yeah.
I'm not the one.
Perhaps.
walk in.
Perhaps. I'm not the
one.
one.
I'm not the one, man. You're gonna die.
You walk in shirtless with a beer in your hand.
What's up, y'all?
You can trust me.
You want this ventilator or what? You just want to die or something? I don't know.
Scalpel, please.
What are you cutting me open for? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing.
Is this silly string?
Yeah, so
Wow, I
Wednes-
haven't seen silly string since I was like 11.
yeah,
This is
so Evan,
awesome.
who runs Careless, it was his birthday on Wednesday, and that's when we normally do the podcast on Wednesday.
Oh,
so-
Evan from Careless just texted me.
Yeah.
Wait, does he live in Dallas?
Yeah. What? You've never met him?
No, I met
Oh,
Mario the
jeez.
other day,
Oh,
and
okay,
he gave me some careless stickers
Yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
But
Evan's here.
yeah, okay.
I figured Evan might be here, but
Yeah, I don't know where he's at today. I think he's down in Dallas right now.
But they're always here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know
Yep.
that. I didn't know that.
he gave me these glasses.
Oh,
what a guy,
he's the one that
decked out,
did.
dude.
I have
Nice.
used these glasses for, I don't know, what,
I was gonna say I have
4
the same
years
pair.
or
Yeah,
whatever.
I have the same pair. Still
I
going
have
strong.
dropped these so many times. The lens
Yeah,
will
I
fall
think I
out, and I'll
stepped
just
on
pop
them.
it back
Yep.
in.
Yep. Isn't it nice to have some glasses you really don't care about,
Yeah.
but they work great?
Well, I'll wear them up on my head when I don't have them on my face, and I'll be like reenacting something or laughing. And I'll just go,
Reenacting
Yeah.
something. I
I
like
dropped
how
mine
it's
at
the
the start of
first
this.
thing.
Fuck yeah. Hunter, you still make videos, yeah?
I do.
Very occasionally, though.
Yes.
Occasionally,
yes.
yeah. I don't know, man. YouTube just got to where there was so much stress involved, and I found myself not enjoying it like I used to.
Dude, yeah.
And that's what got me into it was
Yeah.
like the feedback and all
Yeah.
that. And
It was cool for a
Yeah.
little bit, and then it turned into like you're just trying to put something out that
Yeah.
you don't
Yeah,
really care
yeah.
about, and then it's just
And
like,
that people like, for
yeah.
sure.
it turns into a business, which is amazing. Like
Yeah.
a lot of people want to become
Yep.
a YouTuber solely,
Yeah.
and
It gets weird though.
when it just comes out of nowhere, like I remember your channel. I remember when it was blowing
Nowhere.
up.
Out of
just
nowhere.
Boom.
I wasn't even trying to. I was
And,
just
like-
riding with Jake and all those guys, and I was like, well, they make
Jake
videos.
the Garden Snake?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, I guess I'll make some videos with them.
It was
And
really
then-
it was really cool though. It was a fun time in my life, and like that's why I still keep doing it here and there because I have a job now, like that's my income, but it's still fun like seeing people that have been keeping up with you for
Yeah.
almost 6 years now.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah, I was telling
fuck,
him
6
that we
years.
need to
Yeah.
make a video or like a YouTube video of me teaching him the wheelies and stuff because he's actually getting really fucking
Yeah.
good at it too. And
There
so
you
like
go, dude.
I think it would add like diversity because he's just known for track riding and leathers and all that shit, and I'm turning him to the dark side of fucking wheelies and hood rat shit. I'm like, run this
Yep.
light, run it.
It's like Yammy Noob.
Yeah.
He's
yeah.
he's the
He,
track guy and the go
think-
fucking fast through the twisty guy.
Yeah.
He lives in Austin now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I talk to him every probably like once or twice a month still.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he's killing shit though. He's got like his whole business thing. He's like partners in that. It's like a rental. Like you can rent your
Oh,
own bike
wow.
out. So it's like
Nice.
Turo, I guess, where you rent your own car out, but you
Yeah.
can rent your own bike out. So he does that, and then he's got he does like all the bike giveaways, and like. Dude, he's constantly traveling all over the world, so
Yeah.
he's fucking killing it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's always got
Sure.
badass bikes and shit, and it's
For
just
sure.
like, jeez. And his new office he got looks really dope too.
I didn't even
I
know
think he's
about
doing
that.
a podcast in there too. I saw the other day that he said something about a podcast studio in there. So
I work next to a bike shop, and I always see all these really nice bikes like pulling in and out.
mm-hmm.
And I was looking at this BMW S1000RR the other day, and they're like, yeah, this is an ex Texas Longhorn football player's bike,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, I looked at that thing, and I'm just like, dude. My brother was asking me the other day, he's like, if you're gonna, sorry to talk about sport bikes, I know.
You're good. I don't give a shit.
I'm about to go off here, but he's like, is it really worth it to spend like 25 grand on a bike? And I was like, that bike, yeah.
that
Like,
one.
still to this
Yeah,
day, the
for
S1000 has just been like,
sure.
oh my god. And I know he's done his like all carbon fiber on
Yeah.
it. And
Yeah.
I feel like I'd be afraid to ride that bike.
Dude, I think the other day it said like daily 170 that he does now. I guess
Yeah.
it used to be the daily
Oh,
100,
snap.
right? Now it's the
Yeah.
170.
Well, one time him and I rode together, and I rode his bike.
Yeah.
And I hit 170, and his gauge is calibrated too. And he was like, "Oh, I got it. I can't let you top me like on my own bike." So he went out the next day and like topped it by like 8 miles per hour or whatever.
Oh jeez.
It's like, gosh darn it.
That's funny.
It's like, I hope I don't hit a bump or
I
something.
bet that bike feels so good too.
Oh man, dude. I've ridden the new Fireblade, and I love it. And I'm a Honda guy. Like, that's my channel. But that S1000,
Really?
dude.
Yeah.
Who'd have thought?
I
We're
love
gonna
that
rename
bike,
him
man.
to Stunner Honda now
Yeah.
instead of
Stunter
Hunter Honda.
Yeah. Yesterday I
After-
was tail scraping, and
Yeah, I was like, go for the scrape. You got
Oh,
it.
okay, yeah, totally.
she's so supportive.
Day one.
Go
Day
for the
one.
scrape.
Yeah, I was like, that's fucking awesome. And he brings it up and holds it up for a second. It was awesome.
Yeah, it's hard. Learning wheelies is fucking hard. At the
It is, but
beginning.
it's so rewarding. And like yesterday was the first time, I rode a 450 and I wheelied it, and it's so much easier to wheelie than my Grom, but it's less intimidating than my stunt bike, my 636 stunt bike. So I really want my fourth bike to be a supermoto
Yeah.
now. Like it's really in my range now. And like I was thinking R1 before, and I was going to track out the R1 so then I could have a 1000 that I took to track, and then a stock 636 that I daily, and then a stunt 636, and then the Honda, the Grom too. So I have it all covered, I'm
Yeah.
a full blown addict. So, it would all work. But now I'm just thinking I want it to be a supermoto, because I'm really getting hard into learning my wheelies and putting my seat time in. And it just feels so good because it's like forever I felt like I wasn't progressing. And I bought that stunt bike for myself for Valentine's Day 2 years ago. And I didn't ride it for a year and a half. Yeah, I was like, I got to make it the best day. And so I bought it, and it's just I wasn't progressing, so I just gave up on it. And then I took Patrick's wheelie class earlier this year.
Yeah.
And it just it all made sense. And it was I was just popping the clutch wrong. Say that's the clutch. I was popping it like that. And then he taught me to pop it like that. Yeah, slip it back. And so after I learned that, it just it made everything just click together. And I just, I've been progressing since, and it feels good now. You know what I mean? So that's why I've every other day been trying to get seat time either on my Grom or my stunt bike, you know?
For anybody who doesn't know, Patrick Stevens is a old school stunt guy.
Oh my gosh, the best though.
And Hucklebuck, he's an interesting guy.
Yeah, he's also a stand-up comedian.
Oh yeah, I actually saw a stand-up one time.
Did you?
And
I didn't go see him.
It was before I even knew who he was or anything.
Oh my god.
And he told a joke, and I think he was opening up for somebody, and I didn't think anything of it. And then years later, at one of the stunt shows that he used to put on at what was the wing place?
Buffalo Wild Wings.
No, it was the lube place. What's it called? I don't know. It's an oil change themed wing place. They're not open anymore. Okay. And he was there and he told the joke, and I was like, I fucking heard that somewhere.
Pluckers.
I was like, no.
Oh,
okay. No, it's literally called Quick Lube and Tune or some shit.
Sound like a
yeah, it sounds like an oil change place. Get y'all minds out of the gutter. He told the joke as he was opening up for the stunt show to happen, and I was like, man, I've heard that somewhere. I was like, wait, fuck, he's a comedian too. I was like, I've definitely seen him before open for somebody, and I can't remember who it was for, but it was years
He's
ago.
funny. Yeah, he'll tell me that. I mean, I've been wanting to go see one of his shows, but he says just when a headliner needs him, then they'll have him open up. So he'll just tell me when. But he's good. And he made his own wheelie machine, and everyone always messages me when I post it, and they're like, how do I get one, or where do I buy it? And it's he bought the fucking blueprints from some Russians, and made it himself. It's really one of a kind shit.
Yeah. Would you say that wheelie machine helped a lot?
Oh my god, yeah. After
it looks
a couple hours, or after 5 hours on it, well, not 5 hours total, but 5 hours pretty much on it, I was on my stunt bike on it, and I hadn't rode my stunt bike in a year and a half, almost 2 years. And then by the end of it, when I took it off, I was getting it up to balance point on my own on the stunt bike, and it just it takes away the side to side action, and you can't loop it.
It's like training wheels with a third wheel back behind.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's got padding on the top, right? So when if you go back super hard, you just smack the padding.
Yeah, and then you just turn off the bike, and then it'll drop back down. So you never get the only thing you could possibly do is fly over the handlebars by it coming down hard.
Yeah. And even that, it's he probably kind of get you to that point where you don't have to worry so much about
that. And it's on his bikes too, so I mean he'll let you hook up your bike if you're good, but
okay. I was
you
ask
always
too
learn on his bikes.
Okay, that's nice.
So it's nice, he provides everything, and he's also I didn't realize you need to wear the thinnest type of shoes you have to feel the foot brake, and then dirt bike gloves to feel the clutch and stuff. So once I started doing that, I was like, okay, I can really feel the bike.
Yeah, that's kind of nice then.
Yeah.
We were going to go wheelie practice, her and I wanted to wear my full race suit.
Yeah, he was trying to convince me he wanted to wear his leathers. I was like, you're not fucking wearing
them. If I fall on my back, it's going to hurt so bad. I want to be protected.
She's Do you have the big pad thing on the back of your leathers?
Yeah, I got the
hump. He's got the hump and everything.
The suit is actually an airbag compatible too.
Oh my god, he's wanting to wear that in a lot. I was like, we're literally going to be doing 8 mile per hour wheelies.
For that thing to go down.
God. People used to give me shit all the time, oh, you're not wearing any gear ever. You're just riding a t-shirt. Fuck you, man. It's yeah, dude. It's 105 fucking degrees out, and I've slid down the road before. I can handle it again.
Down the road before.
Yeah, it's
that's part of the swag, man. That's part of the swag. Racers, the suit is part of the swag. It just it looks badass, man.
And I even get it to the point where bike life. Yeah. Those dudes who wear either the half dome helmet or no helmet at all, just the face mask. And it's I get it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it, but I get it. It's part of the swag. It's part of
You want to be able to wheelie again in the future someday.
Yeah, for sure.
And plus, most of the crashes or the bad crashes where actually kind of got hurt is I was fucking around, didn't have a helmet on. Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm just gonna do this real quick right here in front of everybody, and then just eat it. Fucking idiot.
We were in the lot practicing, kind of sliding the rear wheel. And
I was telling him, to slide it or whatever.
Yeah.
I was getting a little overly confident with it. And so when we were going home, I was pulling into the driveway and the car was pulling out, and I was like, I'm gonna show off a little. And it almost bucked me off.
Fucking high side into that car.
Yeah.
Oops.
I looked at that driver and I shook my head like,
Okay,
I'm
look,
sorry.
this was after a couple hours on Patrick's wheelie machine on my own, and I hadn't rode the stunt bike in like 2 years. So it's like, you know, it really helps like having that there and being able to like send it and then get to the point where you're looping it pretty much and being like, okay, I don't need to go past that point, instead of having to always just be like, okay, how much further can I go? You know what I mean?
It's
Like,
all about kind of inching closer and closer to where the point of where everything works. Either clutch, your brake, your how much you're gonna pop it, like how much power to give.
And I've started to realize that like balance point is where I feel like it's looping. You know what I mean? Like where I feel like I'm gonna lose it, like that's where I can keep it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How does that thing attach to your bike? Does it just go through the axle?
Through the back axle.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never seen it in person.
Yeah,
I've never even wheelied like a sport bike. I had an R6 that I like did little shitty wheelies on, but it wasn't set up for it at all.
Yeah.
It was
So
just a sport
okay, it was
bike,
stock.
Yeah, it was very stock, and it was. I don't know. I've never.
I feel like
wheelied
they're surprisingly stable. I mean, usually you're going at higher speeds. Like seeing those dudes that can do the real slow stuff is amazing. But like I've attempted wheelies on my CB, and I feel like it's easier to control it, but like obviously I'm not getting it nearly as high as I was the 450. Like, because you're next thing you know you're doing 95 miles per hour. In second gear. You're like, okay, this is sketchy. I feel like mastering a wheelie on a sport bike would be intense.
Yeah, for sure.
What do you think's the easiest thing to wheelie that you've wheelied?
My 636 stunt bike, just because it has the power, you know. But with my Grom, I've noticed
and it's
like
probably got the bigger sprocket on it.
Yeah, it has a 60 tooth, so it's and it had the 3 calipers on the back, so I had to take one of them off because it was like it was too much. Yeah, but so you know it's good still, but I mean I don't know, I like it because of the power, but the Grom I've noticed like it's not about the power. You have to just pop it like perfect every time to get it up. More like so at least it's teaching me technique better.
Yeah, the Grom. I say the little bikes are like best to learn on because you, like a 450, you can like chase it out and like you can drop it almost back down to the ground and then it's got enough power to like just pick it right back up. So like you have like a wide range of how much you can kind of play with it, especially if you're like jumping around doing different tricks.
Yeah, that makes sense for sure.
And that's why you see also a lot of the people that don't run handbrakes on their dirt bikes, they'll like hop up on the seat and do a seat stander and they're just like
really
chase
quick,
it out
and it's
for
all
so fucking
control.
long. Yeah. And the 450s, they have like a pretty wide range of like where bounce point actually is.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I remember before I had foot brake down, I could chase out a wheelie for like a mile on it. Yeah. Without even like shifting gears, and it's just like it just kind of bounces itself.
Yeah, I really want to get one now because it's like I like wheeling it more than my Grom, but I would still like to also learn on that. A little more before my stunt bike. Yeah. And I mean, I'm good with my stunt bike and I like it, but it's just, it's so intimidating because I'm still learning and I would just like to be on it when I'm already like, okay, I can hold it up. Like I'm good,
Yeah. I think like even the 110s, because over in the shop side, there's a bunch of 110s in there right now. And like even those, like just messing around on those, it makes you like a better rider on everything else.
Yeah,
I think everything works with everything. No matter what bike it is, it all just works across there.
Yeah, and it's different too. Going from like I was talking to him about how it's going from like track riding to stunt riding because at the track they tell you only to use the handbrake. You can't use the foot brake at all, and then all stunning is foot brake control and no handbrake. So it's like different. At least it was for me, to like always think, okay, foot brake first. So then I started riding because I daily ride. Like I started only using my foot brake when I would go anywhere. So it would like implement it in my mind to be the first thing I go to.
Do you have a car also or just bikes?
Fuck, I have 3 bikes. That's it. I had a car. Yeah. I had a car until a few months ago. I got hit and run by an 18-wheeler.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I know. But I don't know if they even felt it. And
probably did.
I only had liability. So like it was a complete loss to me. And it just really discouraged me from driving too because the car I had before that, I got hit by a drunk driver like 2 years ago and like paralyzed and shit. And so it was just like those 2 bad accidents
the other
made
person
me
was paralyzed?
No, me. I was temporarily paralyzed from it.
Shit.
Yeah,
Jesus.
And
for
so
how long?
So it was like I was paralyzed for like I don't know a week or something, but I was asleep. I was in the hospital for 34 days. But when she hit me on my driver's side door, which broke the top part of my seatbelt off. So like when they went to look at my car, it was still engaged, so I was wearing it. Yeah. But when she hit me and she T-boned me, and then my car flipped 3 times, and then I broke 8 spinous processes, which are like the cross-looking things on your spine.
Yeah, I'm a doctor. Remember?
Oh yeah, I forgot. You know all this.
And then I had quad.
So you needed a backiotomy, huh?
Yeah, and so
there it is.
I broke 2 places in my pelvis, and then my humerus, which now has a metal plate holding it together, 9 ribs. one of my lungs collapsed and the other was full of blood, and then a contusion on my brain, and then severe bleeding that didn't subside for like 3 days.
How are you alive?
The worst part was my spinal cord moved 6 millimeters, which that's what paralyzed me. So then they added a bracket and 8 screws on my spine so to hold it in place so that I can walk again. So that if that's ever moved or like damaged in any way, like with riding a bike or wheelies or wrecking, then that could potentially like paralyze me for the rest of my life. Oof. Yeah, so it's, you know,
the thrill, though.
But yeah, so it's just like that wreck and then the 18-wheeler hitting me and demolishing my car. It was just like, man, it just kind of took me off of wanting to drive. And I'm like an Asian woman, and it's like, it sucks that I perpetrate the exact stereotype people think of me. It's like, I can ride bikes, but cars, I'm a professional passenger.
This bitch over here can't fucking drive.
It's like, don't look over.
Jesus Christ, that's terrible.
Yeah, I know. So I'll show you a picture of it,
that's
of the
intense.
bracket. But yeah, so I mean, I'll get another car eventually, but it's like for now, like I don't need it, and I just feel so much more comfortable riding, and so you know, and I daily anyway. So
yeah, it's kind of nice that we have, you know, pretty much a year-round riding season here.
That's it on my spine. That's how deep they go.
Jesus.
And then that's like it from the back view.
That's wild.
Yeah, I know, right?
Brittany was telling me about this a few days ago and like showing me the pictures, and I was like, I think the most badass thing I've ever done was broke my big toe trying to kill a cockroach for my mom.
Yeah. Oh my God, were you? That's
what a man.
Chivalry
I kicked
isn't
a metal
dead.
pole wearing
My
Crocs.
hero.
Right.
Okay, so in 6th grade, I broke my big toe, and I've broken my big toe and my pinky, and that's the only thing I've broken, luckily.
Your pinky toe or pinky finger?
Pinky finger
Okay.
and big toe. So the big toe I broke because in 6th grade is back whenever you'd wear the big puffy skate shoes, the big ass ones. It was wearing, they were like Etnies or some shit maybe I was wearing.
Oh, of course.
And my shoe was untied, and we were outside at school. And I was like gonna fling my shoe off my foot, and like I went back and I was gonna kick that fucker far. Well, my shoe came off when I was like on the back of the swing, and then I just kicked straight down to the ground as hard as I could, and it just broke the fucking.
You do not realize how much you use your toes just to stand still.
Oh
Yeah,
my
they say like if you
God.
lose your big toe, like you're fucked.
Oh,
Really?
that's awful.
Yeah,
I didn't
you like,
know that.
You're
I think your big
constantly
toe.
using input with your toes to like
What?
stay steady.
Yeah. Like stand barefoot on the ground, like pick one foot up, and it's like all in your toe that's on the ground. Like those are all grabbing
Yeah.
the ground. But I think your big toe is like what they say does all
Does
your
the most
balance.
work?
It
I
does all
didn't
your
know
balance
that.
and
I've never
everything.
damaged my big toe though,
Yeah.
so I'm lucky there.
Yeah.
When,
God
when you
loves
break
me.
it, they put you in a boot, and like you can't.
Oh, I didn't go to the doctor or anything.
Oh, really?
I just limped around.
They just gave me like a flat shoe, and they said, "Don't bend your toes." And naturally, your instincts to bend your toes
Yeah.
to balance.
It's like, great.
And boy, it'll wake you up real quick.
You know, I broke
Oh.
my knee 3 different times
Oh,
on my
fuck.
bike, well, from wrecking, and I each time
You know
I
what? I'm starting to think it
bartended.
is the Asian woman thing.
Yeah.
Well, no, but I bartended, you know, before the quarantine and stuff and everything. And, you know, I bartended for the past 7 years and I still bartended then. And I had to fucking bartend with like a cast over my leg, like fucking like for almost a full year in total. Cause it was like 3 different times. And like every time I'd come to work or when I'd miss work, they would call the hospital and see if I was there instead.
Oh
Cause
my
they were
God.
like, she's not no call, no show. She's in the hospital for sure. She's an idiot.
Jeez. That's fucking insane.
Yeah.
The other time I broke my pinky because I was a little kid. My sister fucking pushed me over and then like jumped over me and landed right on my pinky.
I feel like these are all like
weak ass.
little kid.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. And then the only thing I've like really done as an adult would be just like I've hyperextended my knee twice, once or I guess
Ooh,
both times
yeah.
on a fucking Grom too.
Yeah, that doesn't.
I was
sound
drinking one night and was no handbrake on. I was like, oh, you can do seat standers on it. I like did it and it went back too far and I just kicked my leg off the ground thinking it was gonna push it back forward.
Yeah.
And I guess I was like slightly
my
going too fast
God.
and just ripped me off the back of the
Yeah,
bike.
I don't know why. On my Grom, when I looped it before, I would loop straight up and I would fall straight on my ass and be okay, you know. But
Yeah.
like the last 2 times, it's like my legs keep getting caught in it and I'm like doing the scorpion and shit. Like it's bad. But I mean, I've been able to, you know, I wear gear, I wear knee, shin guards, and
Yeah.
like a jacket and everything. But like, man, I don't know. It's been fucking me up.
I have the fuck out of here. I have. Let me see here. Where's it at? Somewhere in here. I have my Grom crash. I'm trying to pull up.
wanna
I saw it the
see.
other
I
day.
love
Somebody
Grom crashes.
sent it to me and they're like, "Hey, don't you have a video of you crashing a Grom or some shit?"
When was this?
And this was years ago. Put that right there.
Oh, this reminds me of the old days, man.
Is this it? This could be it.
Yeah, it looks like it. Oh yeah! Oh my God, your face.
Yeah. I hyperextended my knee and all that, and this was the second time I did it, and I knew exactly what I did, and I was like, oh my fucking God. Just laying there.
Oh, I remember this.
Let me turn the audio on. Except I don't. I think somewhere like right before it, I said, "This is what separates the men from the boys." Like a dumbass.
Oh my God.
I just have the best fucking phrases that I say before crashing. It's like you're just jinxing yourself.
I've
man.
learned not to say, okay, one more. Like
Yeah.
when wheelie
Yep.
practice or whatever,
Yep.
like, one more time. I'll always say
Dude.
at least 2 more times.
People ask me like, "Oh, how do I do this?" Like, go every day or go like 4 times a week if you're trying to learn to wheelie or do like learn anything like that, learn circles, whatever. Go like 3 to 4 times a week, and you can only do it for like 20, 30 minutes,
Yeah.
and then like you're not getting better anymore past that 20
Yeah.
minutes that day. Like you got to practice and then stop and then
Makes
practice
sense.
again. If you're going at it 3 hours in a row, like
Don't
you're just tired and
overpractice.
getting
Fatigue.
frustrated.
Yeah, for sure.
You're frustrated with yourself.
Yeah, I completely agree.
and you're like forcing it to happen. It's
Well, you
like,
know, that's kind of like track days. You'll be out there in Texas. You'll be out there all day, 8 hours or so in 95, 100-degree weather.
yeah.
Your final session, you're just like, dude, I'm a danger right now.
Yeah,
I'm
no.
shaking.
My hands aren't
I
working.
get you.
Dehydrated. Yeah, I need to get
Yeah.
off this track. Like,
Yeah, that was like my day at Coda. Whenever I did track there, it was like the hottest day of the year. You know, I told you, and we had to drink like 2 Pedialytes, bottles of Pedialytes the night before, and then bring 2 there. And then by the last lap I was doing at the end of the day, like I swear the sun just made it look like water on the track, and
Yeah.
I was tripping out. And so I accidentally did 2 extra laps after everyone else went in, because like I
you're
couldn't
that
tell they were
person.
waving the flag or anything. Yeah, I was that guy that looked like I just wanted extra laps, but I was
Yeah.
really like, I'm gonna fucking
No.
wreck.
They didn't judge too hard. They're just like, it's cool, Asian woman. That's
Yes,
fine.
they're like, oh, let's
she
watch.
doesn't. She doesn't get it.
She doesn't get it. Exactly.
Like at whenever we go ride Red River off-road park, you know, up there.
I've never
Towards
been
the
there
end of the
yet.
day, the sun is like, you know, when it's starting to set, you see it through the trees, and like it's flashing in your eyes because of all the trees.
Yeah.
And it's like you can't see anything. You're tired, so you're already not like riding very well. You're not paying attention as much,
Yeah.
and you're just like, oh fuck, I can't see shit.
Yeah.
You're trying to look down, so like the visor.
Yeah,
on your
yeah.
head
I
blocks
know
it,
exactly.
so you
what
can see
mean.
like 5 feet in front
Yeah,
of you.
yeah, yeah.
It's like this is safe. Love it.
And your goggles are dirty, so
Oh,
that
goggles
also
always
contributes.
scratched up and fucking covered in dirt and shit. So sucks.
Bike life.
Did you
Dude,
post a thing on your story to like have people ask questions and stuff?
No.
No.
Oh yeah. Let's
I don't think I have any questions. I think most of my questions are from creepy dudes though. So
Oh,
I don't think I
my
have any good
God.
ones.
I was gonna say I bet your DMs are stupid.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it's like dudes will be talking to themselves to my inbox all the time. It's like, because I never reply, and it's like, they're
Whenever
like,
you don't
how's your
reply-
day? Mine's good, thank you. And it's like,
Yeah, you're talking about Cole right now. Fuck, that's funny. Whenever you, if you don't respond, do you ever get to like, fine, fuck you then?
yes, all the time. Or, fine, I guess you don't care about your followers.
Yeah,
And
it's
it's like,
Hatefulness.
dude, come on. What? You're the only
Yes.
person messaging right now.
yes, I hate that shit.
Mine used to be bad, but anymore, like they're super manageable.
Or I'll have people all the time that know exactly how to get me because I'm so curious. They'll be like, hey, I got a question. It's like, obviously I got to answer. It's like, what's the question? And it'll be something stupid like, so how's your day? It's like, man, what a fucking
a
letdown.
dumb
Yeah,
fucking
how
question,
anticlimactic.
dude.
Like,
There's also a lot of amazing things that you see, that you find in like Instagram DMs though, like people saying, "Hey, dude, you got me through like a rough time."
Oh, yeah.
oh
those are
yeah,
nice.
that's inspirational shit
Yeah.
for real.
that makes it worth it.
I had
to,
a lady
like,
one
check.
time. She sent me a picture of her kid dropping a letter in the mailbox. She's
Yeah.
like, "Hey, this is my son. He's sending you a letter." And they were in like fucking London or something.
So
they were,
sweet,
they were
dude.
somewhere
It's
across
so
the
awesome.
pond there. It was.
And it
kinda
gets
cool.
to you and it's all like torn up because it's traveled so
Yeah.
far. And you're
Yeah.
like, damn, this is awesome.
Nice. I think I still have like my box of all like the letters and shit people used to send me too.
Yeah.
I've saved them all. It's like that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I want to get a
That'd be
PO
cool.
box so people
Yeah.
can send me stuff.
Yeah, you can send drugs and stuff to it too.
Yeah, you know, you can have my address.
I don't know. Fans are just sending me drugs. I don't have anything to do with this.
I'm just receiving.
Don't ask me how. I know about
exactly.
Consistent
exactly.
shipments every week.
It's weird. They're getting the same thing every week from the same place. Weighs the same amount.
Exactly.
Strange. That's funny. Oh fuck! What was I about to ask? God damn it! I was going somewhere. Oh, How many dick pics you get in your DMs?
Oh my gosh, not a lot, surprisingly.
Not a lot?
Yeah, well, I mean, like, whenever it's not accepted, you know, it blurs out the image, and then you click it, and then it's still a little blurred, but it doesn't show it. So then by the first blur, I can tell if it's going to be a dick pic, so I don't.
Nice.
But, like, you know, it doesn't really happen that much. Usually I'll have to, so it sucks, too, because sometimes, like, people will blow up my, you know, inbox and talking to themselves, but then I'll respond once, and then it's like after I accept it, then it goes in my regular inbox, and like they'll just never stop after that. So I actually have to like restrict people, and it's like you where you restrict their account where it goes back into your request, but you have to approve their comment every time.
Yeah.
But I mean, it works. It works.
I don't get it. Like, I would never, ever, not in a million fucking years, send a picture of my dick to somebody that was just random on the internet. Hopefully they like this.
Like what kind of answer are you expecting? Like, ooh, that's the dick I wanted to see today.
Nice, dude.
Yeah, like
I
want to hop on that. Like, what are they expecting you to say?
And you go to their page and it's like pictures of them and their family and stuff. It's like,
yeah.
what?
That's the best. Oh, when
it's not like a spam account or
Yeah.
anything. It's their legit page. All right.
I think it's like some porn stars were doing that. They were like making videos of their DMs,
Oh,
and then it's like it was like a family person. They're sending dick pics, and it's like their wife and kids and all this shit. And it's like, jeez, dude, like, what are you doing? Just put them on blast. Wow, this bitch put me on blast. Like, what'd you think?
Yes.
You sexually assaulted her.
You sexually assaulted her.
I don't know. That shit's wild, though.
Yeah, I don't have any good questions in mind. They're all stupid.
Yeah.
So
same.
I'm guessing yours will probably have better.
No, I had dumb shit too.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Like people will put like shit that just comes up in conversation anyways. So it's
I
like,
get you
it's kinda
completely.
goofy.
Yeah. I know.
How are you feeling today?
Yeah. Exactly. Or like
Caffeinated?
I had like questions from like are you single to like what's your favorite drink? And it's like whoa is there
your
any in
favorite
between?
This is hard hitting stuff.
I would say a naked mango drink. This one I'm drinking now.
Oh, Mighty Mango.
Yeah,
nice.
the mango version.
The naked juices are pretty fire.
I don't really drink alcohol. I don't partake. that
Oh, really?
much. Yeah, it's not my vice.
You know, I've never. Hunter, do you drink?
Here and there, yeah.
Here and there.
I dabble. Yeah.
Dabble.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I don't. I'm more of a social drinker. Like,
Yeah, for
I'm
sure.
not. I don't drink too much. I definitely don't have like close to a problem like a lot of people I know do. Or,
Yeah.
like drink every night.
Do you keep it at the house though, and like drink by yourself?
Yeah.
We're getting deep here.
I would not drink by myself. Last night I had 2 White Claws though, but I was also playing fucking Call of Duty with you.
Oh, okay, yeah,
we
for
were
sure,
up
for
late as
sure.
shit. So, kind of got into it. But,
Yeah.
And then it's really hard when I'm up here because Gentry's always got the fucking fridge and they're stocked with White Claws and
Yeah.
shit. So it's hard up here, but it's like too far to drive from here to my house. So
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
just,
for
like,
sure.
I've kind of been chilling out on that.
Yeah.
I get into White Claw. I don't know.
I like
What's wrong
it.
with you?
I like.
What's wrong
I
with
know,
you?
right?
I'm
Like,
sorry.
Are you a man?
he's above
Are
it.
you
I
a man?
guess.
They're drinking it to get like a buzz. I get it. It's just
Yeah,
so
no,
watery.
for sure.
It really is. Dude, I've had some of the worst hangovers on it.
I can imagine.
Really?
It's so
I can't
sugary and
imagine
shit.
that.
Like,
Well, but it's like
God.
seltzer water. I thought
Yeah,
that'd
no,
be
it's
like
the sugar. It's the sugar.
okay.
Like
trying
things
to
like
get
Mike's
drunk
Hard
off
Lemonade.
Mike's Hard Lemonade.
Oh, that's the
Ooh,
worst.
yeah,
Smeared off
yeah.
ice. Those
Or
are
like
the fuck-
Cirocs, the
ugh.
flavored ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So
I
the-
like Crown Apple though if I drink, and that gives me hangovers. But it
Yeah.
has lots of the apple.
Yeah, I like shit. If I go out, I'm like trying to rage. I'll crush like 7 vodka Red Bulls and then just move on from there. And then it's
snap.
like the night is for sure gonna be like I probably don't remember it, but it's gonna be fun.
And the next day is going to be awful.
That's the
but
point.
Yeah. I'm pretty good though, like, cause I'll normally stop before I get to blackout, cause normally I can't drink anymore at
Yeah.
that point. So normally I stop before then, and like I'm pretty good about crushing water bottles before I get in bed. Like I'll crush 2
Yeah.
of them.
Oh,
just,
okay,
like,
yeah. Then
down them
that's
both,
good.
And then
Stay hydrated.
sometimes I'll just take the headache medicine before I even go to sleep too.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
just-
I'll drink Pedialyte before I go to sleep
Yeah.
usually, so by the morning it's already like refreshed.
Yep. I'm a smart drinker, so.
Yeah.
I agree, man. I guess a lot of people are different, but like I never get to the point where I'm just like, what happened last night?
Yeah.
I always am. No matter how drunk I get, I'm able to be like, okay, I've had this many
Yeah.
drinks. Like, I need to drink some water. And,
Yeah.
we're going home
Yeah.
in 2 hours from now, so let's like chill out.
And I hate day drinking. It wrecks the evening of my day is just wrecked by then.
Yeah, like going lunch break. Some people like go have a beer somewhere,
can't
and
do
I'm
it.
like,
Can't
you still
fucking
got to go
do
back
it.
to work and then sober up.
It's so
like,
filling, dude. I don't even like drinking like with my meals, like at dinner. I can't get a beer and have dinner. Like,
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah,
be so fucking
for
full
sure,
and
I
just
feel you.
miserable.
I've
Be
been,
sitting there trying to
I
fall
try
asleep.
to I try to avoid too much beer. Yeah.
Do you like
that's-
wine though? Like with dinner?
I can't drink wine, and my
No.
fiance fucking hates it. She's like,
Yeah.
"Why just like have a glass of wine?" together?" I'm just like, that shit sucks.
It's an acquired taste
It
for
really
sure.
is.
For
I don't like
sure.
coffee
wine.
either, and like it kind of bothers me because like going to get coffee is like a thing.
Yeah,
it's
you're
like
left
nobody's
out
like, hey,
every
let's go to
time.
the gas station and get some Red Bulls.
I'm surprised with how many people love coffee. Like, I'm not a huge fan.
I
either,
try
really.
it. I try it like every now and again. I'll try it and be like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to work my way to
Yeah,
it.
like going to Starbucks is a thing, but like going to the
Yeah.
Red Bull store isn't a thing. And
Like
saying-
Cole's got his espresso maker over there. Like he'll walk in with his fucking girly at his I don't know what he gets, but something girly at Starbucks. I'm
Something
like, man,
girly.
that
Of
looks like a move
course.
right there.
That looks like move.
I do.
How long have you been doing this Bikes and Bullshit podcast? Because my friend Marco said he was like the second person you had on there or something.
Marco.
Yeah, his name's Marco Domingo. He wears like he rides I'll show you his Instagram.
Is it Rhett?
Yeah.
Oh, Red. Yeah. I did one with him. It was last year. It was like a year ago now.
Yeah, because I told him I was going to
gonna
be on
message
this,
him
and he
actually
was like,
the other
"This
day. I was
is
thinking about it. I should ask him to come back on.
Yeah, he was like, I was the second person on there. I was like, whoa, really?
No, he wasn't the second person. He was there. It was pretty early on. Though.
Yeah. Okay.
Like top. Fuck. If I had to guess, I don't know. Probably like first 25 though. It was pretty quick though.
Okay.
And he did it. It was like at the spring break ride last year, so it was like a year and a month ago. And I had him on because I don't like cops, and he's a cop, so.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I bet that made for interesting conversation.
I thought it was pretty good, yeah.
Don't include that.
Oh,
Yeah. No, it's cool. Like that's how I phrased it. I was like, I mean, it's pretty fucking obvious. Like, I'm pretty vocal about it, and I don't fucking like cops.
You are.
Yeah, and but he was cool about it. Like he's
cool
think
though for
yeah. I
you know
think
what I
he
mean?
reached out to me, and he was
Oh,
like, hey man, like
really?
I'm a cop, and I was like,
You want to hear what's so
yeah.
crazy? How I met him? So I was at a gas station on my white 636. I was going to work, and then I see a cop roll by, and then all of a sudden it pulls into the gas station and pulls up right next to me, and I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck? And so then he rolls down his window, and he's like, are you Brittany Winn? And I was like, you know, like, yeah, it's on my bike, you know?
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, well, I follow you on Instagram. And I was like, oh, okay. And then he's like, after that, he's like, oh, yeah, I ride with da-da-da, and, you know, told me some people and stuff. He's like, we should ride. And then, you know, I was like, okay. And then we didn't talk. And then a year later, like recently, like a couple months ago, I ran into him on a ride, and we connected, and now we're friends.
Nice. Yeah. Maybe I saw him. Maybe that's why I thought about him recently. Maybe I saw him like a photo of yours.
Yeah,
or comment something,
or like I
maybe.
probably
Were you
posted
with
him
Did
on
you
it.
post him recently?
Yeah, no, we've been riding together. And I've
Okay,
been
so that's
posting
probably what
him.
it was.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
He just sold his R3 too.
Did he?
Yeah, he got an R6 for track.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a new
And
tracked
then,
out
because
bike.
he also won one of the bike giveaways. What did he
Really?
win? Yeah, that's.
What?
I want to say.
I
Doesn't he
didn't
have
know
a
that.
Doesn't he have? How many bikes does
He
he
has
have?
two. Yeah.
2. So I thought he won one of the R6s.
Really?
I thought so. He won one of them from.
Let me
What's it called? Some bike giveaway. I can't. I'm
That's
drawing
crazy.
blanks right
I've
now.
never heard of anybody winning one of those things.
Usually a bike giveaway is like a Grom or like a Ruckus or something.
No, it's like a legit like buy T-shirts and then you get entered to win. It's like one of those kind of things.
Imagine
And he's
winning
kind of
an
telling me like
R6.
it's the pages that sport bike, sport bike. I don't remember. I'm drawing blanks right now, but yeah, I'm sure it's tagged on his thing. But it's like a huge company, and I don't know. They have like a.
What's this bike?
That's isn't that a Z1000?
I think it is. Right?
That is a Honda Ruckus.
Oh, fuck off.
I was like, wait, what? You had me going for a second. I was like, what did I just look at? Like, damn,
Yeah,
I'm dumb.
that's it. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but yeah, he won one of those bikes in the giveaway. So we were
That
talking about
is
the
so
giveaway
badass.
thing, and then we were just talking about cop stuff and.
Yeah, I've never heard of like people winning giveaways, but recently I went to a cycle gear bike night. It was the first time I ever went to one, and it's only because my friend just started riding, and he lived in the neighborhood next to me, and he was like, "Hey, I really want to go to this cycle gear bike night, but I don't want to go alone. So will you go with me?" And I was like, yeah, but in my head I'm like, it's gonna be lame as fuck. You know what I mean? So then when I went, it was lame as fuck. They were like, it was like a pizza party, and like like they had food and drinks, non-alcoholic there, and then like a couple cruisers and sport bikes, but nothing big. And so then they had this like giveaway thing, and it was like win $1,000 cycle gear gift card, and then they had like little tearaway sheets where you enter all your information. And I always thought those things were like a ploy to get your info, and never, no one ever won them. But then I put it in, and then a couple days later, I got an email from them that I won the contest. So like I won $1,000 gift card from Cycle Gear.
Shit,
Yeah, so
that's
I
dope.
bought like a Dainese spine protector, elbow pads, knee pads, like all this shit to stun in. So it came at the perfect time when I'm really trying to like put the seat time in to be good at stunning and stuff. That I got all the gear to make sure that I stay in one piece while I do it.
I never win shit when I.
I know. That's like the first thing I've ever won.
Yeah, I think the only thing I've ever won, and I do not fucking remember this because I was so young, but a Dallas Cowboys helmet. I have like a...
Okay, you can't say I never won anything and then be like, but this Dallas Cowboys
I don't even
helmet.
think it's a real helmet. Like, it doesn't...
It's just like one of those like signing ones or whatever.
Yeah, it's... I think it's at my dad's house, maybe in his attic somewhere. I don't think that was something I would throw away ever.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, that was the only thing I ever won, but I was too young to even remember it.
Yeah, but that was a great way to start it. You know?
I'm not much about I don't care about sports really. I don't care about football, ball sports, basketball, none of it. I can't get into it.
I like it.
Yeah, you like a lot.
Yeah, so I'm miserable right now.
Yeah,
because there's.
You like what? Football?
Well, football, baseball, basketball. Football probably the most.
Yeah.
But
I like going to them though.
Yeah, I like
the experience of going. It's fun. Some of the companies we do work for, sometimes we'll get like really good seats to Mavericks games and shit. And I'm talking about like right behind the floor seats. Like we'll be like
right up there,
right there behind that, and it'll be center court. So it's like those are fun as shit to go to. You get they'll normally give you like whatever the fucking good parking is. So those are always fun to go to.
You're not having to walk a mile over.
Yeah.
You know, I went to a NFL Houston Texans playoff game recently, and they came back 16-0, and then came back in overtime and won it in Houston.
Yeah.
Probably one of the most amazing sporting events I've ever been to. And I went to an NBA game, Spurs versus Rockets. They just blast music the whole game.
Really?
I heard somebody talking about that the other day. Like,
yeah.
Have you been to a basketball game recently? He's like, what the fuck? He's like, they got a DJ going the whole time.
Yes.
You know, the only basketball game I've ever gone to, it was Kobe's last road game in Oklahoma versus LA Lakers. It was in Oklahoma, and I had to go because I've always loved Kobe, and I had to see him before he retired. And it was the game before his last home game, you know, that he retired. So it was his last road game ever. So it was really cool. So of course everyone was passing him the ball, trying to let him have all the shots, you know. But he did like a little we did a standing ovation while he came out and everything. So it was really cool to like be there versus, you know, like what happened now.
Oh,
yeah. So it's like a cherished moment.
The experience.
Yeah.
The experiences are always fun. Just I can't sit there and keep up with. There's too much shit going on. I can't sit there and watch it. I can't keep up with it. Like.
And then people want to argue about it all day and shit. And it's like, who the fuck cares?
Yeah, some people get a little too into it.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm good friends. Two of my buddies are like massive Patriots fans.
Yeah.
So and I'm a Cowboys fan because I live in Texas my whole life. So we're always going at it, but they get very into it. I can't.
Yeah.
I'm not
yelling
that
at the
passionate.
For sure.
The week is ruined because they lost.
Go!
Yeah. They're just drunk by the end of it.
Plastered by halftime. It's like.
It's like,
is there even a football game on?
Yeah. Are you guys even paying attention anymore?
That's funny as fuck.
Yeah, the NBA game. I'm like, I want to hear the sneakers. Like, I want to hear them. Yeah,
I brought you some stickers too,
heck,
if you
man?
want.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, for sure. Not you.
I was like, oh wait.
Yeah, I was talking to him right here, like.
Pass some hose
I'm
over.
gonna get another sticker soon, and it's gonna be with my bike's new color, the Tiffany blue that it is. So that was my old color and stuff. But yeah,
so
people put that shit on their helmets and their fucking. This one guy put it on like his Ducati Panigale, and it's like I'm so fucking thankful, but like I would never. Put,
I would never.
Yeah, someone else's Instagram name and their face, but you know I think it's fucking flattering. But
have people asked you to like sign shit?
Yeah, I actually have. Okay. When I went to track at Coda,
like
I had two people have me sign their bikes. I was like,
I don't like it. I've done that. I've signed helmets. I've signed piece of paper.
Yeah.
I hate it. I can't. My handwriting's so bad.
Mine too.
The first time I ever had to do it, I was in Austin at Motonasi's ride.
Yeah.
And I was just somebody asked me to sign something, and I was just like,
you gotta like work on your signiture first.
Just like, do I write my name? I was like, what am I signing here?
Write your name in print.
Yeah, it's like Corey.
With a smiley face.
Put a period on the end of it.
Yeah, make a little smiley face. And like, there you go, bud.
Yeah.
I remember one time I sat down and I was like, I'm just gonna practice. Like, I'm just gonna like get it to where it looks
I googled
unique.
mine in like this cursive font, and then I printed out, and I've been practicing it on the same one ever since. So I'll have it perfect. So it's really not me. It's the computer.
I remember Do It With Dan. Like when somebody was asking me, I was like, how do I do this? And then I like saw Do It With Dan, and he had like this perfected signature that said Do It With Dan.
Yeah.
And I was like, God damn, I guess I need to practice.
Yeah, for sure. You gotta have one.
I'm barely even writing cursive.
Yeah, I always think it's weird, or like whenever I go to rides or something, or like I'll be at motorcycle stores, like I'll always have someone usually recognize me and like ask me either for, you know, a picture with them or, you know, on their bike. And it's just like, it's cool, you know, like I'd love to take pictures on people's bikes, but I feel like, you know, like it always just is weird. It's like, okay, let me sit on it real quick, you know?
Yeah.
But like when I hit 100,000 followers, which is very soon, I'm gonna hit.
There.
Yeah, I have like 6,000 left. till I get there. Once I get there, I'm gonna have a 100,000 follower party, and it's gonna be after this quarantine stuff. So it's gonna be like a post-quarantine thing too. So like all the riders that haven't been able to go out can go to it, and then it's gonna also be for track riders and stunt riders and street riders and even people that don't ride. And then I have Careless sponsoring it and ABS Fairings and like a bunch of other, a bunch of other companies. And I'm gonna have Patrick's wheelie machine there, so he can like hand out flyers for it or whatever. But yeah, so I'm going to have the 100,000 follower party, and then I told people I'm going to have photographers and a videographer there so that I will take pictures on people's bikes there, and then there'll be like an actual photographer to do it, so it won't be like shitty phone quality pictures. You know what I mean? So like they'll actually be badass and have something. Yeah, like
oh, you didn't take it sideways.
Right, like exactly. And so like, and then I'll have like a whole part, and then I'll have all 3 of my bikes there too.
Yeah.
I was even thinking so far as like I have big goals for it. I really want there to be like a mini stunt show, and if there was, I would have Bam and Anders do the Dyna stunts, and then maybe like Cole and I don't know, Felix do supermoto stunts, and then Zach Haley would do my stunt bike, my stunt 636 stunts on that, and then I would jump on to do some tandem with him on it. So then I would have the supermoto Dyna and stunt bike stunt, so like have it all under. But I don't know if I could find somewhere that I could actually do that.
That's the hardest fucking part, is finding a lot that's big enough and somebody that's okay with all of that going on.
Well, I wanted to do it at like a small business, like a restaurant, so I could be like, hey, like, you probably took a big hit because of this quarantine stuff.
Yeah.
So, like all these people are going to be here
point.
trying to pay you and spend money and eat.
Yeah.
Like I want to do it at a restaurant. So then they'll be like, way more inclined to let me do it,
Probably so.
And plus, it'll be a thing to promote it too and be like, hey, help support this small business after all this shit,
I was trying to come up with like breweries that would be okay with it, which there's one all the way up in McKinney.
Breweries? Really? You think they would be okay with it?
They want people there to buy their beer.
Yeah.
Most of them have either food trucks or a kitchen.
Ooh,
and it's like most of them have like a big ass space. So I think that'd be cool shit.
That is smart.
But it's hard to find one in Dallas that'd be willing to do it, because I think Community is right there next to like where the Mavs practice at, I think.
Yeah.
And they have a massive parking lot, but I know they do other events, but I don't know. I don't know. I think some of them are just greedy.
Rhett was trying to help me find a place for the 100,000 followers.
Yeah.
He was actually the one that came up with the idea. He's
Oh,
like,
really?
Yeah, and I was like, at first I was like, nah, no one would show up to that. But then I started thinking about it, and I always have people like DM me and ask when I'm going to do like a fan ride, and it's like, never. Who the fuck do you think I am?
What?
Yeah, but no,
what?
like I think it would be cool to have an event where I can be like, hey, come meet me, and I'm going to give out, I'm going to have new stickers, and then I'm going to make a bunch of posters of my pictures, and then I'm going to do a drawing. If you're there, I'm going to give it away and sign it and stuff. So people can put it in their garage, and then I'm gonna have all the different like little moto stores, like like here Volta Spa and stuff, like all be there and have their stuff there to promote it too. So it's not just about me, it's about the stunt show.
An event.
Yeah, it's an event, and it's about supporting all the small businesses and all of like motorcycle life too.
I think after quarantine, somebody would probably be like, they'd be willing to fucking cut you a check to
Yeah.
have it at their place.
For
At least
sure.
you'd think they would. Like,
Yeah, no, for sure. But like just the fact of like if they would let me do the stunt show there, I feel like that would be the biggest motivator.
Yeah.
But it's just I don't want it to get shut down by the cops. You know what I
have
mean?
you talked to Patrick about it at all? Patrick?
Yeah, I have.
I was gonna say
he'd
he'd probably have
down.
like good ideas of
Yeah, no, he
places
did.
to do
He
it,
said,
just
but
because he used to do the stunt shows.
It was a motorcycle. He wanted to do it at a motorcycle show because he said, or a store. That would be the only way we could do the show or whatever.
Oh,
But,
you think so?
yeah, but
I guess
he's
insurance
down.
purposes.
And he would to do it on I mean he's gonna bring his wheelie machine there too,
Yeah.
but he's gonna do it on a stunt bike too. And
Yeah.
I might jump on some. I wanted to do some stoppy tandem because I've only done wheelie tandem, not stoppy. But like I trust him
Sounds
doing it.
Fucking sketchy.
Making
I
me
know, right?
nervous
Sketchy
just
as
thinking
shit.
about
That's
it.
so sketchy.
Sketchy, and it's so sketchy that I even like do tandem at all, like, or stunning because of what's up with my spine and shit. Like my doctors, I see them every month, and they definitely don't know I even ride a bike, much less on like one wheel. You know what I mean? Like.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, but I mean,
Probably wouldn't approve.
Yeah, for sure.
But me being a doctor, it's okay.
Oh my gosh, can you write me a note for that?
Yeah, I got my notepad over there.
Good.
Y'all need some prescriptions too?
A couple. If you're handing out.
Y'all trying to party? What?
I have high blood pressure, so I need some like a 10
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you do.
I got something for that back there too. Fuck. Does it feel weird being a like a female and like a male dominated sport
it does
or hobby or whatever?
completely, and it's just like people don't understand or see how intimidating it is at times, because it's like everything I do is constantly belittled as if like my male counterpart would be doing the same thing. Like my wheelies have to be better for even people to consider like I do wheelies, you know, or like my track days have to be harder and I have to be dragging knee for anyone to even think that like I can ride a bike, or like, you know, I changed my oil on my bike and myself, and then people are like, oh, but she can't do engine work. And it's just like, man, you know what I mean? Like anything I do, people want to constantly like try and revitalize the thought that I don't know shit about bikes, or I can't ride them, or I just do it for, or, you know, like I have people all the time comment on my stuff and they'll be like, you look like you take more pictures with your bike than you actually ride it, or maybe your wheelies would be better if you take more time at the lot instead of just pictures. And it's like, man, you don't even get like as many pictures I take, like I ride even more than that. But it's always people that have never seen me ride and shit, and it's just like you don't even realize, rain or shine, like I'm out there.
I'm not gonna lie, I think it was one of the photos you posted. Was it this one?
That one's badass. He took that yesterday.
Oh, that one.
That
okay,
was my
so
first
that one,
time.
I like saw that one. I was like, okay, whatever. And then I saw that, and I was like, I had to double take. I was like, is that her or somebody else just like wearing a helmet?
I put that. Oh, let me show you the video of that. It was so dope. I thought that was funny.
Yeah. I'll put this on screen for people. But yeah, I saw that one of Brittany there, and then I was like, is that her? Is that somebody else?
Yeah,
like,
no.
Oh wait, yeah. So yeah, like putting in work.
Yeah,
there.
and it was awesome too, being like my first time ever on a 450, but much less like trying to wheelie it. Like I was able to, but yeah, I wasn't trying to ride them out. I was just trying to bring it up and
She picked it up so fast too. It's crazy.
Oh wait, shit. Okay, wait. I
fucking recorded the wrong way.
I know, right? Like,
who did this?
Wait. I told him you should have done it sideways. Yeah, I like brought it up.
Straight back. That's like straight back to where you need to be.
And so it's like, you know, like I feel like I got it, you know, to the point. It's just like as soon as I felt it hit the balance point, but I was just like, bring it back down. Yeah,
like quick.
Yeah, it's just, you know, bring it down. I'm trying to. My worst thing is the foot brake, so I'm trying to always like every time like be like foot brake. Because I'm always looping.
It is kind of a like your hands, whatever. You can do anything with your hands.
Yeah.
It's like your foot is like a whole nother thing. You gotta think about.
For sure.
But yeah, I guess like back to the original question, like you being a woman in a male-dominated sport or whatever, it's like it's you do have to go harder, otherwise people just say, oh, it's just some bitch who takes pics on a bike. Fuck her, she's whatever. Sure.
And it's crazy because you know people just don't already think that women are. It's 1980s still, and women aren't equal to men when it comes to this male-dominated sport. I don't know. I guess I'm in the wrong page.
Can we get the boys a couple drinks in there?
But you know, it's just like I don't know, and I talked to like Michelle and Key. You know, they do the same thing I do, but they're way bigger than me in LA and stuff. And you know, they Michelle, Mizziel.
What'd you say?
That girl, first one.
That's
Michelle.
how you say that?
Yeah. I know it looks like it says Miziel.
Michelle,
not
Michelle.
Yeah, no Z sound. it's like
I remember
Filipino.
When I first met her, I was like,
look how hot she is.
129.
Yeah, and so she does the motorcycle influence, and she's Filipino, and the other girl is Thai.
Like she works out.
Yeah, a little bit. She's hot as fuck. But ever since I started riding, she was my number one like influence into like the gear that I ride, to the bikes that I ride, to the way that I ride, you know, and just the way that I do what I do now with making the career out of, you know, the influencer thing. And I actually got to meet her last time I went to LA, her and Key, and then, you know, we got to do a photo shoot together and stuff. And like hopefully we'll have some big stuff coming up soon. Like we might be on this new exciting project together. Yeah, I don't want to give out too much of it. Yeah, okay, wait, look up the next one. Her name's Keera. Wait,
there she is.
Yeah, okay, wait, the first one, Kirati Racing. Her name's Key. Yeah, so that girl too, but she's Thai, and so then together all three of us make the trifecta of Asian riding.
What exactly are you? Where are you from?
I'm Vietnamese. I'm half Vietnamese and half German, actually.
It's such a white thing to not fucking be able to just tell.
I know. Everyone's like, wait, so you're Chinese, right? And I'm like, close.
Wow, I'm so offended right now.
But yeah, so she's cute too. But yeah, she was one of my big influences too into what I do. But yeah, no, they deal with the same thing, like trying to break and show that, you know, women are like a real force to be, you know, reckoned with.
And it's like people can't have you be like somebody who's attractive that like takes photos in like a bikini or whatever. It's like, and be a rider. It's like people want two different things going on.
People don't think that being hot,
the fucking the neckbeards that want like just the bike stuff and are just like, fuck you, you take too many pictures. You'd be better if you
don't respect
more.
the bike.
Yeah, and it's like you have those losers, and then you have these other guys that are like, who cares about the bike shit? Let me see that ass.
Exactly.
Like, you can't please everybody.
And you know, like people don't think that like being attractive or a girly girl and liking to, you know, ride bikes and do all that shit can coincide in one person. And it's so crazy too that like people that are like, you know, ride more, this and that. It's like, why do you have such a problem with a girl looking hot with her bike?
And
you know?
Like, if it's like, what? It's Instagram. Who cares?
Yeah, that's
like,
what I'm saying.
Okay,
and it's like,
if
you know,
you
I feel
post like photos of that, then it's like post whatever you want. Like, why are these people following you in the first place if they're just gonna
exactly? And I always wonder too, like, why? I mean, I think it's because like, you know, like I am making a career out of, you know, doing something I love with bikes and stuff. And I feel like a lot of people that hate on me think that they deserve it and I shouldn't, and I only get it because I'm hot, which, you know, impartial it is because, you know, like I am a girl and stuff. But like the fact that I'm trying to use that to my advantage and make a career out of it, and, you know, it just happens to be with bikes too.
Yeah.
Like it's just something I like.
And you see people that have their only thing on their Instagram is their looks, and they have nothing else going on.
Like no passion,
They have nothing. No hobby, no nothing. It's just their body, and that's all they care about. And then it's like you can tell when people have like something they give a shit about.
Yeah,
they're good at
for
it,
sure. And
like they're passionate about
even
it.
before bikes, I've always modeled and I've always liked photography. So it's just when I found bikes and I combined the two, I think that's what was the perfect combination. You know?
Yeah, definitely so.
I think so.
Oh no, fucking haters. Those are losers. Like, who the fuck has time?
I read this book called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck.
And yeah. I've had it in my wish list for a while.
I gave it to him to read because I was like, she recommended it to me, Key. And, you know, she was like, it changed her perspective. It used to really upset her, like the comments that were made and stuff. And ever since I read it, it really put things into better perspective for me to not give a shit.
I used to just like upload shit and then never look at it again, never see comments again. And it's just like, fuck,
ignore
dude,
it.
Yeah. And then like whenever videos would get like over, say like once they started getting like outside of however many followers you had. So if you had like 100 at the time, if it got more views than more followers you had, like there was just gonna be so much trash in the comment section.
Once you break a certain amount, you get those original like notification subscribers.
Yeah. Once you get outside your audience and you get into random people watching it, it's like, oh, there's
people that have never seen your channel before. Yeah.
You get a lot of, I'd fucking kill this guy. I'd hit him out. Oh, if I was in my truck, I'd run him over. Like, no, you wouldn't, dude. You wouldn't just kill somebody.
No, you wouldn't, dude.
You would fucking get out of the way.
That's manslaughter.
You would get out of the way.
Like, okay, cool.
Yeah, I've been told. I think nasty comments carry a lot more weight than positive comments.
Yeah,
they really do, because those ones stick out in your head. For some reason, you just focus on those. You can get 100 that are like, fucking love it, dude, big fan, and you're just like, whatever.
Yeah.
And then some guy's like, fuck you, you loser, I hate you.
And then you question
I'm gonna
everything.
find you and kill you.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
I know where you live.
Yeah.
I hope you
Think
wrap
about
that
it.
bike around a pole. It's
Why? People say, or you know, like all the time, like there are other female like riders that have like died and shit, and then I'll even have people like go as crazy as like saying like I should end up like them and things like that, or like referencing them. And I was like, man, that's so shitty to not only drag someone's name that like, you know, died with motorcycles name in the dirt like that, but to like wish it upon someone else too. Like that shit's crazy.
So stupid. People are just dumb.
And people will comment stuff like that. Same scenario with their
their
family on the page, and their full name on their bio. It's like, what are you doing?
Like, especially when they do it on Facebook, because like I don't use Facebook ever, but like I'll see screenshots of shit all the time, and it's like people literally use their picture and their name, and they're just like spitting this dumb shit, and you're just like, wow, dude, like you really must not care about yourself.
Yeah,
fucking losers, dweebs, dude.
I'm not even.
Wait, can I get in it? Wait, I have to scoot forward. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, don't be hitting my stuff over there. Selfie.
That was good.
What got you guys? Whoever wants to answer first. What got you guys into riding?
You go first.
I went to a MotoGP race.
That was it.
Well,
Simple
not
as
really.
that.
So my dad is 71, and he's ridden his whole life. He mainly did like dirt trials bikes.
Yeah.
And he is, my whole life growing up, I've heard nothing but like riding stories.
Yeah.
Just funny stories of crashes and all types of stuff.
Funny stories of crashes.
Like one time his best friend John Hoffman, they call him the Hoff. He was big, massive, muscular. He walked into a room, every girl in the room would grab their attention. Good looking guy.
Yeah.
He went up a hill one time on his dirt bike, and it kind of got away from him, and that bike pivoted around and started going down. And he was on it like this, just been there before, bouncing all the way down the hill. And my dad, instead of being concerned, he was just wheezing laughter, just laughing at him.
Sounds like you.
Sounds like something
Yeah.
exactly
Yeah.
I would do, yeah. Laugh first, then be concerned about the person.
For sure. Like when I looped the other day.
Yeah, sorry about that. I walk over to like help her, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Dude, yeah.
It was so funny. He's like-
Absolutely. You always laugh at that shit.
But anyway, yeah, all those stories like got me interested. But I was always intimidated as a kid by
Yeah.
bikes. I thought they
Yeah.
were scary. But then I went and saw Valentino Rossi and Marquez the first year in Austin at Circuit Americas, and
When was that?
I just fell in love, man. I can't remember.
I was like 13.
2012,
Really? Oh,
2013,
okay, that was a long
something like
time
that.
ago then.
Yeah.
I was thinking it was like 6 years
So I was still in
ago.
high school.
Yeah.
And
So
then
it's
like
like-
right as I graduated high school, I got a bike.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then I just
Did your parents want you to ride or no?
No, I bought my first bike behind their back.
Ooh.
And one night I was sleeping in my bed, and all of a sudden
how you
I hear
sleep?
my mom, what? And I was like, what?
How'd they find out?
The title to my
Oh,
motorcycle
no.
had fallen out of the slip onto the ground.
This is perfect.
And she
Wow.
picked it up and looked
Private
at
mail.
it. She's yelling at my dad, did you buy him a bike?
Oh
And he's
my
like, I have
God.
no clue what's going on. And then the YouTube channel.
That's
yeah.
terrible.
Yeah,
that's
that's
funny.
awesome.
Popped up,
That's
yeah.
awesome. Well, I actually so my first bike. So I had always wanted to ride bikes, but I never knew anyone that rode bikes. I never like had a boyfriend that rode bikes. Never had any family or anything. But I was just always interested in them, and no one ever took me serious, you know. And I never had anyone to ask questions. And so then I was actually it was because of this breakup that I got into bikes. I was dating this guy for like 2 years. And he was a professional paintball player and a DJ. Yeah. And so I would travel the world with him, like following him to his gigs for DJing. Like, you know, he was an EDM DJ. So it was all about like raves and stuff. And then also to his paintball tournaments, you know, and it was just like I always did one of the two. And so
Yeah.
then when we started to break up, I was like, well, what makes me feel like that? You know
I
what I
need
mean?
something.
Yeah, I was just like, I was like, you know, at the end of the day, that defines him, but like what defines me? Like I'm constantly defined by the person that I'm with, you know,
Yeah.
and supporting them. So once we broke up, I really wanted to find something that I was passionate about. So then I wanted to ride bikes, and I didn't know how, but then I met this guy a couple months later, and I started talking to him, and he rode bikes, and he was like, I'll teach you how to ride. And I was like, okay, you know, like a dumbass. Like I thought he was serious. And so
How long
then
ago was this that you
this
learned how
was
to ride?
this was 4 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah. So then he left for work one morning, and he left his bike and his key there, and he hadn't taught me how to ride yet. And I was pissed at this point. I was like, I've been asking him, and he hadn't taught me. So then I went on YouTube and I looked up how to ride a motorcycle,
No.
and then I watched the YouTube video, but I didn't watch it to the end to watch how you park. So then I learned how to turn it on, and I took it around the neighborhood, and then I dropped it. And I was like,
Whoa.
oh my, on some gravel too. So it was like scratched up, and I somehow picked it up. I don't know how. I was like that woman's strength that you get, like a mom when their baby's trapped
Yeah,
under a car. And they
adrenaline
lift it.
kicks in.
Yeah, like my adrenaline kicked in. So then I picked it up. I was like, I just need to get this bike back. And so then I took it back. And I guess I parked it with the front wheel the wrong way. And he texted me, he said when he got home, his bike was on the ground. So he already knew, like
Oh
it was,
my
but I didn't
God.
have to fess up to dropping it because it fell on the same side I dropped
Oh,
it.
nice.
But so that was the day that I learned my first time riding. It was on a Gixxer though, so it kind of deserved
God,
it. and
that's
so
hilarious.
and so then after that, he's like, I'm definitely not teaching you now. So then I went to my M endorsement class, and I learned there, and I bought my 2016 R3 the first day that I went
Oh,
to the
nice.
class. Yeah. So then that was 4 years
It's a good
ago.
first bike, I think.
Yeah.
Oh,
Pretty
for
forgiving.
sure. But
Absolutely.
it sucked because I'm an idiot. I should have bought a 300 that was used, but I bought a brand new 2016 R3 like right off the carpet with no miles, and it was like 6,100 or something, and I paid all cash. And then 4 months later, I sold it back to the place I bought it from with like a new exhaust, like lights on it, you know,
They probably
everything.
fucked you on
Aftermarket.
it too.
Oh yeah, they paid me $4,000 for it.
Oh,
4
Jesus.
months later, yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it was terrible.
You're lucky you got that much.
I know, and I was just like, man, why the fuck didn't I just buy like a 300? But then, you know, I got my 09 ZX6R, and then I had that for like 6 months, and then I ass packed into a car at 70 miles per hour that didn't have working. It was nighttime, and they didn't have working brake lights, and they slammed on their brakes, and like I don't know, I guess I wasn't paying as much attention as I thought I was, and I slammed into them, and it completely demolished my bike, and then I flew over their car, and then I rolled like 50 feet, and I was awake for all of it too. Like I remember all of it. And
don't
I was
understand how you're
wearing
alive.
a leather jacket, but I was wearing leggings with it. So my leggings all tore up, and I was wearing boots, and the boots flew off. and my jacket had lifted up halfway up my stomach, so I had road rash all the way up my stomach, even though I was wearing a jacket.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's like I've been through some shit, but like I'm still here. You know, am I the unluckiest person in the world for all this happening to me, or like am I the luckiest because I keep walking away from it? You know?
Shit.
That's actually a really good point.
It's like perspective. You know what I mean? Like, I used to think I was the unluckiest until like I was like, man, but I walk away from them all, so maybe I'm the luckiest that even though these happen, like I'm destined to be here for something.
You know, him and I broke our big toe once.
Not to, one up you there.
Bet you've never done that, Brittany.
Yeah, and so then after that, I was so depressed, and like, you know, it was the first year of me riding that this happened, and so then I got my 636 I have now, like 2 months after that happened, or less than 2 months, and
back at it.
Yeah, it was, but I got into like 3 wrecks the first year of me riding. Like one of them, I hit a pothole, and it threw me from the bike, and I broke my knee, but it was like at 15 miles per hour. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't. Yeah, it was bad. It was a big pothole.
One hell of a pothole.
And then that one is 70 miles per hour, where the really big one. And then I also another time I low-sided my bike one night at like 20 miles per hour. So it wasn't bad, but it was still a wreck, and it fucked up my bike completely. I had to replace everything. But yeah, that was all in the first year of me riding. And in the past 3 years, I haven't wrecked once. So it's like I think the first year of me riding, I really didn't respect the bike, and I really pushed my boundaries, and I rode like I was invincible, you know. And I really feel like now that like I don't do that anymore at all, you know, or at least I try not to until I'm on one wheel.
I think there's a big difference between people that ride and riders.
Yeah.
Because there's people that just go out there like, not paying attention to shit. It's like whenever you like kind of get good at it and you understand what the ramifications of you being on a motorcycle are, and like all the dangers of it and everything, like you have to look around constantly. It's constantly like, okay. Oh, side streets up ahead, and there's a car at the stop sign. I gotta be prepared for that fuckhead to not see me.
Doing,
like, you just have to act like everyone's gonna pull out in front of you.
Yeah,
and,
like, for sure. And like any car, just like ride like you're invisible. But I haven't ever thought of that. There's a difference between people that ride and riders. Like that makes so much sense.
And there's like even in big group rides, like you have to constantly be looking around. I see plenty of people that just
for sure.
Cutting lanes over. It's like, dude, you like nearly took out 5 people.
Or wheeling on an R1 like with 15 feet in front of them. Bikes. It's like. Dude,
there's
it's confidence.
But on like all these stunt rides and shit, there's like people really hating on the quads right now because they keep getting in wrecks and causing all this shit. And it's like, dude. And then like, so there's like a big thing between the stunt riders and the quad riders right now, where they're really fucking hating on the quads. And there's this one dude he's been on, and we've talked about it before on the podcast, but he's wrecked twice in the past couple months with another quad. The second time, the quad rider actually hit his head and passed away, I guess. And
when was this?
Like a month ago, maybe.
Wow.
I don't know who the guy on the quad was.
Oh.
Let me. Oh wait, I can't pull that up. I don't want to just put him on blast like that, but I think
you're doing it.
Stunt News has it up there still, so like I'll fucking play theirs.
Let's see.
They post everything, and like this was a crash. This guy was. Here's a goofy one. Like this one, just. Dumb. This like, what are you doing, dude?
What the fuck? Yeah.
Scraping the feet on the ground. Sick.
What the fuck are you even doing?
Yeah, he's being cool. He's being really cool. And then just eats it. Here, any second now. No. He's losing it.
Oh, I can't wait.
Right into the quad.
Right into him.
All right, so that's not
the buckling of the ankles.
Yeah, like
that was hilarious, though.
Yeah.
It's like, did you really look cool doing that until then?
Yeah, clearly he did. You saw it. He did. He looked way cool.
Yeah, I wish I could do that.
Let me find this. The other one's very specific.
Man, the last time I was out here for the spring break ride, there's a quad in front of me doing tail scrapes. I have never laughed so hard in a video before, I think. I was just cracking up, man.
Yeah.
No helmet, no gloves,
what the fuck?
Just sandals or whatever.
Get this one again. So here we have, is he tagged? He might be. Zip tie, whatever. He's doing his tricks.
Zip tie Stunts 420?
Yeah, unfortunately. And he like even motions back like slow down. I'm about to pop it up again, and then the quad
just right into him.
Gets right under him.
As he was trying to pop it up. At least they got that on video.
And it's like I can't say what happened. I don't know why that guy got pushed over into him. There was a bus on the other side that you can kind of see.
Yeah,
like, there's a lot of things. There's a lot of factors there. Okay, let's put it that way.
I can't say anything about it, but that does suck.
For sure.
And the guy on the sport bike, like I saw a few comments that he posted afterwards. It was like, fucking finally got one back at him or some shit. And it's like,
What?
dude, the homie passed away because like he was the one that was involved in another crash before
Oh
that with
my
the quad.
God. And
It's just like, bro, like,
yeah, that's bold. Wow.
I wouldn't say anything right now, bro.
Yeah,
Like, you're gonna
exactly.
go to, like, you were involved in a fucking fatality, bro, and you're having the shitty ass fucking.
Wait, he was involved in a fatality
the
accident?
guy, that one right there, that quad rider died.
In that accident?
Yeah, I just showed you guys some murder videos over here.
Wait, I thought
I'm so
it was in
sorry.
a different
Oh my
accident
gosh.
that he died.
That one, that one.
Wait, play it again.
Oh gosh, play
Wait,
it
I'm
again.
gonna look at it
Terrible.
with new eyes because now I realize that
It's
he
terrible.
died.
It's terrible, dude.
Oh my God, I can't believe he fucking.
And it's just like he was making comments on there, like somebody was like, "Oh, you shouldn't be slowing down to clutch it up, then, like, or not riding the pack." And he's, "Oh, I barely
yeah.
slowed down." It's like, the guy next to you, camera guy here, he clearly zoomed right past you. So you fucking.
Oh yeah, I can see the bikes
my
get bundled
God,
up.
And
on
what's
the
yeah,
left.
he
fucked
wasn't
up
wearing
is
a
like,
helmet.
yeah, it's terrible. No helmet, like that's the biggest thing.
Yeah,
right there.
that's
It's
my
like,
biggest
oh,
thing
you need
too.
some helmets,
Always,
bro.
that's like just
Your
10
he-
miles
your
per
head,
hour. You
your
lower
brain.
down.
You need
Yeah.
that. You need that. But yeah, he's just making some shitty ass comments after that. It's like,
That
that's
is
not a good
cringeworthy.
look, bro.
That was probably
Uh-uh.
when it comes to gear, like when
Dude,
you get into
helmet.
riding, you want to
Yeah.
look cool, but like spending
Yeah.
the money for like $1,000 helmet, like
Yeah.
in a ride, like
Bro,
it's
I
hard
used
to
to
pull
buy
the
like
trigger on
the
it. but-
$150 helmet, and then
Yeah.
I started buying like the real expensive ones.
Yeah.
And it's like the difference it makes is just like, ooh, this bitch
Amazing.
is comfortable,
Yeah,
bro.
for
And your
sure.
like your field of view will be a lot better
Yeah,
in
yeah.
it, and it breathes good, and
Yeah.
like it's super
The
lightweight.
visors are nice too.
Yeah.
Just everything.
And just like if you buy an expensive helmet, the technology is there.
Mm-hmm.
There's much more research done to keep
Yeah.
your head safe, and that's
the
why
whole
it's so
purpose
much.
of the helmet,
Yeah.
mainly, yeah.
And
Other
it's
than
like-
keeping the wind
Yeah.
and stuff.
A
out of your
good
eyes,
helmet
but-
is
I need
so
to get
freaking worth
a
it.
new one now because I in the past like 2 weeks looped my Grom twice and I hit the ground in my AGV
Yeah.
twice, and it's like it sucks because that was my track helmet, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And now it's like fuck, I went down like twice,
Yeah.
low speed, didn't fuck up much, but
Yeah.
I did go down.
You
in
take
it.
some crashes on a helmet, like it definitely messes with how
Yeah.
safe it is.
You're
now.
technically supposed to replace it, but it's like,
Yeah.
come on,
But
man.
it's like, you know, like I'll continue to just maybe that'll be like my stunt helmet, and then I'll just get a helmet
Yeah.
for like actually daily riding and track riding.
Yeah, because normally when you're at the lot, it's low speed. If you
Yeah.
ever crash, it's not too bad.
Yeah, you know, visors break off a lot too, so
Mm-hmm.
maybe like take the visor off. I don't know.
Yeah, I just bought a new Shoei here.
Did you?
Like a month ago. Yeah,
was like
it's a dirt
600?
helmet though. Yeah. Oh well, they gave it to me for invoice.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Maxim always hooks it up with me. So.
That's awesome.
And that's where I'm going to buy this new 110. They're hooking it up on that one too.
Ooh.
So. Shouts out to Maxim.
That's
Dude.
gonna be exciting.
Right?
Yeah, they're so good. And like, I had a bunch of dirt brought up there, and like I built a pit bike track in the back, or
Yeah.
added on to like the couple jumps they had. And then yesterday, actually, I had like 20 more loads of dirt brought up there, so I got to take a Bobcat up there. And
Oh,
fucking-
Modard Timmy told me to tell you, hey, like, cause he wanted to say. I told him I was gonna be on this. He's like, oh, I fucking fuck with Tori and Cole
Oh, that's
and all
hilarious.
that. Yeah, and he's like, I want to hear it whenever it's done.
His bike is so fucking.
Right,
I'll
I
go
told
ahead
him
and
it's
pull
my
that up.
favorite two-stroke
He's
I've
got,
ever seen.
Whoa! Come on, second favorite.
is,
Have you
no.
seen Cole's in there?
He heard me and everything.
Yeah. Okay,
That's
so Motard
hilarious.
Timmy, he's got a crispy fucking bike right now.
Yes, and did you
This
see the
goes
picture of
bad,
it just
dude.
straight up, and he wasn't even holding it? Like, go down.
Yeah. I've seen it.
Where no, it's that one. That's my favorite. And then the
That
one
one's
next
cool
to
as
it
shit.
too. It's like
Yeah.
damn.
That one's really cool.
Well, he probably like ran for.
I thought this one was cool as shit too, just because like
Yeah.
it added effect. He's balanced on it as well. That's a
Yeah.
cool fucking photo.
Yeah, that's
And I was like,
dope.
man, did they Photoshop something out? Like I
That's
was
what I
looking at it, I was
thought.
trying to look for a shadow on the ground or something
I was
to be
like,
funky.
how did he do that?
Like, oh, that's just a cool photo. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's got
no, it's
he's got a
super
clean
dope.
fucking bike. I'm a fan of it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's cool. That's
For
cool.
sure.
Yeah, I'm glad he said to tell me what's up.
Yeah, no, he wants to listen to it as soon as it goes up. He's like,
Yeah.
yeah, fuck with that. He said he like stayed with you guys at ROC or something, something like that.
Hell yeah. This bitch is bad.
Yeah, no, it's I like that blue. You know,
Yeah,
I like all
it-
the
it
shades.
just
of
looks
it.
good.
Yeah.
And I'm not normally a fan of like the high vis, but for some reason, like it just goes with that color of blue. I think it just all of it goes together really well.
Yeah, for
and plus,
sure.
two strokes are so freaking hot right now.
Yeah, and that like neon yellow one that
Mm-hmm.
he's always riding with too. Like, yeah, right there, that one. Oh, that's so nice.
Is that who's that? Motard Page. Who's this guy?
No, that's not him.
Oh, that's literally a Motard Page.
Yeah.
That's not a name.
Wait, it's that one. No, up. Yeah, no, down. Yeah.
Oh, shit. I thought that said careless. I can't see that
No,
far.
yeah, it's knees, keys.
Since I don't have anybody on the boards right now. Yeah, I follow him too. Not on this page, but on my
Yeah,
main
obviously.
Instagram page, I follow
Like,
him.
let me follow him
Yeah,
real
yeah,
quick. Yeah,
So we have
no, for
live
sure.
comments. Is that what that is?
Oh yeah, there's a couple people in there. It's like a weird time because normally we do it Wednesday, so and it's like on a Saturday,
Yeah.
middle of the day, so there's not too many people popping up right now.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Normally I have like my solid group of fucking live chatters going. It's
Oh,
kinda
that's
dope.
cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
I like the whole setup here and everything.
It's interesting because so I have my Supermoto page. It got up to like 250,000, and then it just like fell off. And I was like, cool, whatever. And then I didn't do anything for a couple years, and now it's like, oh, I'm starting over. And it's much more fulfilling this time because I feel like I'm kind of working towards a goal versus last time it was like, oh, I posted like me running from the cops, and now I have a bunch of followers, and it's like, I guess I'll just keep making
I know
stuff.
what you mean.
It's like I wasn't trying to do anything, and it just kept going.
Yeah.
But this time around, it's like I kind of have like a direction I'm going.
Yeah.
And I think I like pushed myself into a weird corner with my Subimoto YouTube page where it's
Yeah.
like there's just like a bunch of hood rat shit going on, like running from cops, fucking with cops, stunt rides and shit like that. And it's like
I completely
and I kind of got bored
feel
with riding, just going to stunt rides, because like used to riding was going to find the hooligan stuff, going to find some big tunnel to like get all the bikes into, and like some of the tunnels you'd get like a few miles into these drainage ditches. And it's like, that shit gets scary.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's like, especially when the pack starts breaking up and you're alone in this fucking tunnel that's barely big enough to fit you and a bike in. And you're 2 miles in and you're like, I'm going to die down here.
Yeah.
This is it. I'm going to die. And they start like, because they'll split off and you're like, I hope I'm on the right path here. Because like, I don't know where the fuck I'm going. And
yeah, but it's fun.
yeah, so like that was what was always fun and what really got me like hooked on the Supermoto stuff. And then I just started going to stunt rides, and it was like the same fucking go down Harry Hines, go eat Fuel City tacos, and then turn around and go back. And it's like, dude, I'm over this shit. Like,
I feel you on
like
that.
I'm not. I hate going to the lot. I hate going to the lot.
Really?
Fucking hate it.
Why?
Yes, I don't know why. It's just boring.
Yeah, okay,
I get
that.
so
I get
bored
that.
there.
I get that.
And then like I'm not the most social person whenever I go there, so like I'm not sitting there mingling with everybody.
Yeah.
So you're just
And-
kind of just sitting there then.
Yeah, and it's like I'll talk
boring
to a
as
few
fuck.
people, and it's just like, yeah.
Yeah, unless you're like out there like really riding, it's boring as fuck.
It gets so old, and
Yeah.
like I don't have as much time to go to the lot every fucking day. Like I used to live right next to a lot that we'd go to, so like I'd be there like 4 days out of the week, get like a little 30-minute session in, and then like so it's nothing. But now
Yeah.
it's like I got too much shit going on to like try to put that much time into it,
Yeah.
and I don't know, just never could get. I always like the streets, the fun aspect of
Yeah.
it, like people's reactions around you.
Same.
There's more thrill, more adrenaline, because you don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Back when we used to go, like try to find stuff to jump or try to find this big stairs to like try to see if you could climb up them and shit. And it's like everything like that was what was fun.
Yeah.
So then like getting away from that like kind of also got me away from that crowd of people that like to see that sort of fun stuff.
For
and then
sure,
it's like, we've fucking seen
sure.
the same wheelies before.
I
over
feel
it.
you though, like on what you said about how like, you know, when I first started, you know, the Instagram thing too, it was like all I did was, you know, like I liked modeling and photography, and then I found bikes, and then, you know, I combined the two and stuff, and then, you know, like it blew up, and I wasn't even trying to do anything like that. And then I started getting all these offers, you know, for paid advertisements and, you know, to actually do work and stuff. And so now it's like I'm trying to, you know, change it into something where I'm taken seriously with the bikes. You know, it's not just I'm going to take cute pictures. It's like, hey, this is actually like, yeah, they're cute, but it's like I'm actually trying to wheelie out here. I'm trying to drag me. Yeah, you know, like.
You're trying to progress.
Yeah, exactly.
You have a direction you're going for.
Yeah, I'm taking it seriously, like riding. I'm not just trying to, you know, just look good on it. Like, you know, I can do both.
Definitely. Yeah, and it's like I fucking abandoned that old YouTube channel. It's like I started over, and it's
you
like,
abandoned it?
Oh, I abandoned it. Yeah, I don't do anything with that. No, I don't
Okay.
even use that one. I use so I made a different YouTube channel for the podcast, which most of the people just listen. They don't like watch it on YouTube. So I put it up on that YouTube channel, and then I also put it on a website called Anchor that like distributes it out to Apple Podcasts, like Google Play, and like 13 other places where podcasts are listened to, whatever app people use.
Yeah.
So like Anchor will distribute it out to everywhere, so most of it's there. And then like I have a YouTube channel, a new one that I made for like other videos, and that one's just like
it's been good.
like some. It's weird because no, it's not. No,
That's
it's
the
not.
answer.
No, it's not. But and it's like it's so. I don't know. Like I've already gotten over the whole like, oh, people don't fucking watch anymore. I got over that years ago. And I don't know. It's just more fun now.
Yeah, I feel you.
And it's like on that one, like I have a couple like how-to videos with some of the 110 shit, because like I've. The one I just told Felix, like I had it street legal. I was just waiting on the inspection report so I could get the actual plate, but everything was done to it. And then like I'm about to do like tear the 2-stroke that I have down. Like I'm gonna tear that down and do a complete build on it. Same with the 110 I'm about to go buy now.
Yeah.
And so I think those will be fun. And like Cole built his 2-stroke that was in there under the TV, and like.
Oh yeah, that blew up. But the music was copyrighted, so he couldn't monetize it.
He couldn't monetize it, and it got like. Let's just go ahead and look
it got
up.
a lot. Yeah, let's see it. Let's
just go ahead and look up where it's at. That's not it. Is that Minimoto? Hi, bye. 1.4 million views right now, and he couldn't monetize. So it's like, oh, there you go, missing out on a few grand there.
Aren't you guys? Isn't he gonna do it with Felix on his new build? They're gonna try and film the same thing and use different music.
Oh yeah, I believe so.
Yeah,
so Felix is talking about getting a new big bike sometime soon.
They're gonna. But he's gonna.
I have my 2 bikes. I was kind of waiting for the quarantine to be done. And then my buddy Super Dave, he's down in Houston, and he does powder coat, and they just got a new really fucking badass shop. It's huge. It has like a loft in the top of it that you can like look out over everything. So I was gonna take the bikes down there, pull them all apart down there, film everything there inside their shop, because their shop looks really good too, and then like film all the powder coat stuff and just like film every fucking thing, and then I'll make like. On the bike builds, I was going to do like episodes of it to where like however many episodes it takes to crank it all out, and then do like a condensed version of that where it's not just a time lapse of it, but it's like just a kind of quick run through of everything, and turn that into like a 10-minute video. Yeah. And then do the time lapse video as well. So I have like 3 different things showing the whole build, and kind of hit each like target audience, because some people just want to see the time lapse, some people want to see the condensed version, some people want to watch every fucking episode.
That'll do really good though, for sure.
Yeah, and
I like that idea.
I'm hoping that like if we kind of film it between the other shop and then in here, we can kind of make it look very appealing. Like whatever I need to do down there at the powder coat, down there, film everything there, and then like film putting it back together here or something. I see what you mean. So I'm hoping that it should pop off. 2-stroke builds are like so popular right now. Oh yeah. And the 110s are like really blowing up right now, because like Axel Hodges and Twitch and all those guys like putting all the content of them on them. So it's just like, I don't know. I think like once I kind of get into those, it'll probably start taking off again. At least I hope so. But at the same time, it's like I'm enjoying motorcycles right now more than I have like the past couple years. And it's like I'm literally fucking around on a little 110, and whenever I go ride the 2-stroke,
and it's like the most
I'm
fun.
having so much fucking fun again.
I feel like that too, and because it's like ever since I started riding, like I've only been about like daily riding and track riding with stock bikes, and now it's like my stock 636 engine blew like 3 weeks ago, so it's down until I get a new one, and so I only have my stunt bike and my Grom right now, and so I'm only practicing stunt riding and stuff. So it's just like I'm learning to love bikes all over again in like a whole new way, you know what I mean? Like with stunt riding and with lots and with low speed and wheelies, other than just like trying to get from A to B and topping out your bike and getting knee down, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, that fucking reminds me. You blew your motor or whatever. You actually, Super Dave, he told me that you actually were talking to him about powder coating a couple things, and I think he had like a motor and shit.
He has a motor for it. So I hit him with the idea that I was like, if maybe, because I need someone to put it in. I was going to get Anders to do it, but also like he does that stuff, and he powder coats. So I was saying that I wanted to get my rims, my rear sets, and my gas cap powder coated gold, and then also maybe he could do like a time-lapse video of him installing it, and so then I could put it on my YouTube page and my Instagram too, and then I could promote his stuff and his powder coating business, and maybe we could work out a deal with the engine price because of that, So we'll see. It'd be really cool because he's in Houston too, but I mean he would have to drive down and get the bike, but I don't know. I mean Anders is the only one that I let touch all 3 of my bikes because he's so solid, he's pointed out things that I haven't even realized were wrong with it, so like he really helps
smart.
Me and when I broke down too, he came right out there.
He did my forks not too long ago.
He did?
Yeah.
He powder coated them and took them out?
No, he just did the seals, the fork seals were blown out on him. So he replaced the seals, and then because it was like $20 for him to change the fucking tires. I was like, hell yeah, dude, change my fucking tires for me too.
He makes
I
the
pop
pups,
my dirt
right?
tubes. I pop dirt tubes every fucking time I go to change them.
Why?
I don't know why. I don't know why. But instead of like, because a new tube is like, I don't know, $12 to $15 or give or take.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, we're just pay. Instead of popping one and then having to do it a second time every time, it's like, I'll just pay him one time to fucking do both of them.
Yeah.
Then you don't have to mess with it too.
Yeah. And it's like, he's got the tire machine. It's like, I don't have to fuck with it. It's like $20.
Yeah.
Fucking take it, dude. Do that shit. So
I just felt so left out of y'all's conversation. I'm from
I know.
Austin.
I just
have
realized
no
I was
clue.
like, wait, he didn't know them. I was thinking that just now in my head.
I've heard
I
of
was
Super
like,
Dave, but that's
Yeah.
because of Fry. But
Yeah.
Andrews is the one that has my stock bike right now. He's the one that when I broke down, I was like, fuck, I was on the side of the highway, and it was so cool. I was riding with an S1000 and an R1. I had just shot on, and it was my first time riding with both of them. And they waited on the side of the highway with me for like an hour and a half and then I called Anders right when it blew, and I was like, Anders, I'm on the side of the highway. My bike's down. I don't know what's wrong. And he's like, okay, I'm on my way. And I was like, oh, thank you. So
he put his
cool.
his mask on,
Yeah.
his cape, and then chain.
Dun, dun, dun.
In his little Jeep. Yeah, that's exactly what he did.
That's hilarious.
It was awesome.
I'm glad you're enjoying the change of pace, man. It
Dude,
really,
it's just everything's just better.
like YouTube kind of going downhill has actually been very like therapeutic for me. So
Yeah, dude. It's like it's nice to step away of like feeling like you need to do it, and then just stepping back to where it's just fun. And like I have a few people, like I have a Patreon too, and on the Patreon, just $1, whatever people want to fucking do. And then like I have a private Discord server that we use to like, it's like a pretty much just a group chat we have going. So that's pretty fucking cool too, because most of those guys will be like in the live chat normally. And then if I'm like at home not doing anything and I'm playing PlayStation or some shit, I try not to nerd out too much, but I occasionally do. Like I'll normally hop in with those guys and like, I don't know, it's just kind of fun having that too.
What do you nerd out on?
Right now it's just Call of Duty fucking Warzone right now. Yeah.
that gameplay looks pretty cool. I don't really
It's
play
fucking
video games,
fun.
but
I don't know
watch
why. It's so fucking fun.
Really?
And before that, I was playing Apex a lot, Apex Legends.
them.
Do you play that?
No, but I watched Dr. Disrespect and Choco Taco, all the like streamers. And stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. I got into that, and then they came out the new map, and I fucking hated the new map, so I got out of it.
Yeah.
And then
I just like watching people rage. at the
Before
games.
that, like I don't know. I don't really get too into too many games. There's one called The Last of Us, and it came out like fucking 8 years ago or some shit, like a long time ago. The second one's about to come out in the next month, I think. I thought it was the next month, but that one will be pretty fucking good. That one's like apocalypse fucking zombie things going on.
I really like that.
It's like really good storyline.
Far Cry
You'll
Primal.
cry.
Far Cry Primal. You can like tame a saber tooth and like make
nice.
it your pet. Yeah, it'll like walk with
Yeah.
you and protect you from stuff.
Oh,
It's
that's
like-
cool.
I really like that. Yeah.
You fucking game a bunch or no?
No, not at
No,
all.
not really. Just watching a few people.
I had a PS4 and I played Grand Theft Auto and I had
Yeah.
I had a business. Like I straight up, I had a full on business on that thing and
Really?
garages and cars and
Oh, that's
all types
hilarious.
of properties and stuff.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
It dawned on me I played it every day.
Yeah.
Like all night long,
Yeah.
all day
Yeah.
long. And
So you
like
start thinking like,
It
fuck,
like
I'm wasting a lot
sucks
of
you
time
in,
right now.
yeah.
and my PlayStation broke and I purposely have not gotten it fixed.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah, for
And it's like
sure.
I have that computer there. It's like fucking built ass computer right there. It's like
Ooh,
everyone tells me like,
wow,
oh,
that
you should
is.
fucking.
I didn't even see the
yeah,
life
pretty.
change.
Yeah.
You built it all yourself?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, I had a
that's
friend that helped me
badass.
with it.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, so I have that. And it's
I
like
like that.
I can't get into PC gaming. I'm stuck
Really?
with the mouse and keyboard. Like I can't
I'm
do
all
it.
about WoW. That's the only game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like, well, my uncle, he's a lead graphics designer for Blizzard, so like
Oh,
he
sick.
designed the
I
game
love
too.
Blizzard.
Oh, that's
So
sick.
like whenever I go to California, I always go to the Blizzard Studios and I get to play
Oh,
the
that's
games
fucking
that they're
sick.
still working on
Yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, so it's really cool. And then like, but so I get free memberships because he's my uncle.
that's
Yeah,
sick.
so he'll send me codes all the time, so I don't have to pay for the membership, and so then I'll just nerd out all day
That's
on
funny.
it.
You know
yeah.
Pickles? Yeah, he fucking nerds out on WoW a lot lately because
Yeah.
he's working from home.
Yeah, I mean, now's a good time to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm pretty like every fucking game right now is just blowing up.
Yeah,
because
for
everyone's
sure.
home.
For sure. But I think like it's so crazy too that I see so many people like being like, oh, I'm so fucking bored. I don't know what to do. This house is a prison, type
Oh,
shit.
dude, come on.
It's
Those
just
people
like,
with no
yeah,
imagination or no-
exactly. Like boredom is for boring people,
Yeah.
and
Pick up a new hobby, read a book. There's like so many
Yeah.
things. Like I've honestly loved this quarantine thing
Me
because it's
too,
like
me too.
But I'm not trapped at home. Like I still have to go out every day to work and shit, and
Yeah.
it's like it's less traffic, so I like that about having to go out.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I'm home, like I don't know, just like I have a good mindset about it.
Yeah,
all, I
for
think.
sure. Me
and it's
too.
like I normally come up here and like we're doing a podcast one day a week, or I'm up at Maxim since I built
Yeah.
a little pit bike track back behind there. It's like I'll be up there riding on
Yeah.
some days, and it's just like I feel like I always have something to do, and there's just less people
I
around
feel
right
the
now.
same way, and
Yeah.
I feel like the people that aren't enjoying it right now are the people that don't have a lot of time in their normal daily lives outside of this, like to
Yeah.
themselves. And I think because like I've been injured or hurt in car wrecks or bike wrecks, that it's like I've been forced to spend that so much time at home that like I figured out how to like it,
Definitely.
where it's
so.
like you got to figure out just things to do other than stare at a wall.
I have like a small group of people that I was around pretty much this whole quarantine because like at work I'd be around the people that work with me, and there's like 4 of them, but we're all separate the whole
Yeah.
time. So it's like I'd see them maybe a little bit, but we're not standing next to each other.
For sure.
And then it's
for
like I
sure.
come up here, see the 4 people that are fucking here. So
Yeah, for
I had
sure.
my my small little group that I was around, and I was kind of keeping myself to them.
Yeah.
And trying not to go around my grandma or anybody else that could be, die if they get it.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
I'm not trying to do that. I'm
Is
not worried
it-
about me, but
It's definitely surreal
Is
seeing
it
how
just
many
in
people.
Austin? Like, and that's why the mask thing was passed before Dallas.
Well, Austin's they tend to like jump on stuff like that, but
Oh,
like
really?
yeah,
I think Dallas is actually a lot worse, like the cases.
I
and
think
stuff.
so. Yeah.
But it's not nearly as bad as say like New York.
Oh
Where,
God,
like
no.
5 days in a row, over 700 people have died every
Yeah.
day.
Really?
Yep.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
New
like,
York-
isn't it
New
where
York's
they're
been bad. That's like I think it's like the worst place in the world right now. Actually, where
Really?
where
In
people
New
die.
York?
Yeah.
What are the?
But it's like it's not as bad as they were saying it was gonna be.
I
And they're
didn't know
still not
that.
out of space in the hospitals, and they're not running out of ventilators and all this shit. And it's like
yeah.
I don't know. Fucking, I could go down a rabbit hole about this bullshit. It's like it's very real, but like also they're making fucking not sick people have to stay in their houses locked
Yeah.
up. Like what's up with that? Like
I
that's not
understand, though.
quarantine. That's fucking house arrest.
Yeah,
Like,
I
for
understand
sure.
trying to like take it seriously before it gets
Yeah.
too bad potentially. But
Yeah.
like,
yeah.
eventually we're
It's
gonna hit
just
a
like
point
all the
where we're
models
like,
were
"Alright."
so wrong, and then you have Bill Gates trying to like get everybody with his fucking
Yeah.
his vaccines and his
Yeah.
chip, and like then you see like he funds that lab in Wuhan, and like
Mm-hmm.
it's just like you keep seeing more and more, and like I feel like so many people right now are just like got their fucking tinfoil hats on, and
Yeah.
like wait a second, there's some bullshit going on here.
For sure. It's like, is everyone else overreacting or am I
Yeah.
underreacting?
And it's like I had what I thought was the flu a couple months ago. It was like January or February. And I don't get the flu. I don't get sick. I'm
Yeah.
outside all the time.
Yeah.
I don't wash my hands. I'm in the fucking dirt all the time. Like I just like my immune system is like fucking solid
Yeah.
normally. And like I got the flu. I was sick for like fucking terribly sick for a whole week. Throwing up I had like a 103 temperature one day.
Oh my
Cold chill.
god.
And it's
yeah,
like,
that's
oh, dude, the
bad.
worst. Just like felt so shitty. And then so did my fiance. And like neither of us ever get sick. We don't get the flu. We don't get the fucking flu shot ever.
Yeah.
And then it's just like both of us just got super sick. And it's
Oh
like
my
I've heard
God.
so many people talk about like, you know what? Like towards the end of last year, beginning of this year, like
Could have been it.
I got so fucking sick and I don't ever get sick. I've heard that so many times, and it's just like I think
Yeah.
everybody like had this already and like they caught it late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of weird because I saw another study. I think it was from Stanford. Maybe it was Stanford. I don't know. I fucking read a lot. But, they were they were pretty sure that this already blew through like a couple months ago.
Crazy.
Really?
And I think like some country overseas. I can't remember what it was. They did like I don't know. It was Stanford that did like the random sample study of like who's got the
Yeah.
antibodies, and it was like a shit ton of people already had them. So like they already had it and just didn't know.
Yeah.
So I don't
My
know,
buddy,
it's crazy.
like 4 days ago, texted me. He's like, dude, I have like really, really bad allergies right now, where it's affecting my head. And he's like,
Dude,
this is
yeah.
a bad time to get allergies.
It
'cause
is.
I'm panicking.
It is.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's like every time, like, because I've been sneezing, and it's like, dude, I just, like, it happens every year. I have allergies.
Yeah.
And, like, the temperature's changing right now. It's springtime. This is the time to have,
This time
that
of
everyone has
year,
allergies.
yeah.
And it's like, oh, fuck. I gotta keep those sneezes to myself. Like,
Yeah, I
I
gotta
can't be
keep
out in
those
public and
sneezes to
sneeze because someone's going to
myself.
definitely think I'm sick. Like,
Literally
know,
the
right?
day before the coronavirus was like announced, like on
Yeah.
the news, and like, hey, we gotta take this seriously. I was in the store. I was like picking something up, and the aisle was like to the right of me, like the main aisle where people
Yeah.
walk. And I was like, I was about to sneeze,
Building
and I
it
was
up.
like, I'm gonna turn over here, like respectfully, so that nobody
Yeah.
gets. And I go, achoo! And a lady was walking past me,
Oh.
and I sneezed all over her.
Of
And I
course.
my God.
like went up to say I'm sorry, and she was like hauling ass, like
Oh
walking
my
the other aisle.
god, that's
Shit, I gotta
hilarious.
find
The
Lysol.
next day, that announcement was made. She,
Oh my
she
God.
probably remembers me, and it's like,
Yeah,
I
for
swear,
sure.
if
She's
I
probably
get this
freaking
virus-
out.
Yeah.
What if she did get it?
I feel bad.
That'd be hilarious.
I started the zombie
You
apocalypse.
did.
You're
you
patient
fucking
zero.
Did.
Yeah.
Of course.
Fucked up, dude.
Of
Fucked
course.
up.
I'm very disappointed in the lack of zombies, honestly.
Yeah.
I
for
know.
sure.
You have you just have this idea of what the apocalypse is going to be, and then it's just
Yeah.
like, no, everyone's just
Yeah.
at home fucking eating junk and drinking
Yeah.
their lives away.
Yes.
I want to bust out the samurai sword.
Oh, it's funny. Before we came, he was showing me a video, I think, on your story, and it was of your fiance, like, dancing on the
Oh,
couch.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Were
So
were you picking up, and she was just doing that by herself? That shit was
I
hilarious.
hopped out of the shower, and I could, like, hear the foot stomping going on in the other room, and I could hear the music, obviously.
Oh, my God.
And she was, she was going nuts in there.
That was hilarious.
She would, like, I pulled out my actual camera, and I was trying to get a video on there, but she stopped by then because the song stopped.
Yeah.
Throwback. Fucking singing and shit. With a fucking random
so
cowboy
great.
hat on.
So
She
great.
pulled it off the wall. That's normally just hanging on the wall because we have
fucking-
right in front of her on the wall that you can't see. There's a giant cow skull that's in there and like hanging on the wall.
That
and
shit was
she has a
hilarious.
cowboy hat
That's
in
a
there,
scene
too.
from a movie. Like, that's
Yeah, that was
beautiful.
perfect.
Oh, she was going hard before. I saw a reflection like on something hanging on the wall, and I was like, "What is she doing in there?" I was like, I gotta get my phone. But like, I could see her like jumping up off the floor onto like the chair in there and like dancing and swinging around and shit. And I was like, "Oh my god."
Oh my
this is
god, that's funny
so
as
embarrassing.
fuck. I'm gonna post it for sure.
Yeah, but that's okay. She thought it was funny too. She's like that though. She likes to sing and dance and fucking act a fool, and that's why I love her.
God.
God, let's wrap this up, dude. I have to pee so freaking bad right now.
I do too.
Normally, like if like on Wednesdays when Tom and Evan are here, I'll just fucking leave because they can
Yeah.
keep going. But it's like I'm not gonna invite somebody on and then just like, all right, see ya.
Brittany and I
Y'all
don't have
handle
small
this.
talk.
Yeah, we can hold it down. We can hold down the fort.
No, we're gonna wrap it up. We're coming up on 2 hours anyway, somewhere close to it.
Yes,
so
for
yeah.
sure.
Fuck yeah.
Thank you for
Is there
having
anything
us
else you guys want to
on.
promote or fucking put out there or talk about before we? Hunter's like, God, no.
I don't know.
get me
You
the
go
fuck outta
first.
here."
I think she does.
Let me. You go first. I don't know if I wanted to announce it yet.
No, not yet. The thing
I
that you were
don't
talking to
know.
me
Yeah,
about.
the thing I was
yeah,
telling-
you can come back whenever you
Well,
do
they
that.
messaged me again. And asked about my availability from July of this year till February of next year. So it's going to be
sick.
yeah. Well, okay, so it's like a show that a reality competition show that I'm possibly going to be on, and it's going to be filmed between July of this year and February of next year, off and on. So they were, so they were like, "Do you have any dates?" And so I'm like, I don't have anything that can't be moved. So
Like,
whatever.
You tell me.
Yeah, I can go to it, but if I do get on, Michelle will be on the team, so me and her will be good, and it'll be cool too, to like represent like female bikers too,
Yeah.
and like something like that, and so public too.
Yeah.
But that's still all under works and in the production
Yeah, I was gonna say you don't have to
phase.
deep dive into
Yeah,
everything
no,
about it,
once-
but
once
just
I know
like
for
possibly,
sure.
yeah. We could you can come back in here if I
Yeah,
can
I
get
would
Cole in
love
here,
that.
and we can we can party it up in
Figure
here.
it out. Yeah, I
Fuck
would
yeah.
like
This is a lot of
that.
fun. I've never been on a podcast or anything before. This is really enjoyable.
It's kind of
Yeah,
fun.
no, I
People
loved
are like,
it.
"Oh, what's up with the headphones?" It's like it kind of puts you into
Yeah,
it puts you into the zone of it.
does.
Really,
I like how I
really
can hear my own
liked it.
voice.
it's weird at first.
I know,
honestly.
right? I like it though, and
Yeah.
it keeps it better with the conversation.
Yeah, for sure.
But
Definitely so.
I really appreciate. The only other podcast I did was like over the phone, so this was the first
Yeah.
one like in
person's
person.
fun.
Yeah, and it's like, man, this is awesome. I love it.
I was never. I'm like, what if I'm like too close to the mic, too far away?
Nah, it's not that bad.
No, I really like how you have the mic set up and it's all like with the chairs and everything, so it's very
Yeah.
like comforting.
Yeah, before when I was doing it at my house, it's like this is just way better. Everything's way better. Got a
Yeah.
big wall painted that Tom did. or
Yeah,
Pickles
it
did,
sets
and-
the mood.
Yeah.
You know what you should do? You should add like a Rubik's Cube on the table so people have something to do.
She just wants
Only
to show
only
off.
you.
I know I do.
I was gonna say that'd be
She
for
just
you.
wants to show off.
Yeah. I was gonna say I don't have much on here. I just have junk that keeps collecting.
It's okay.
Fucking,
I
Statue
know.
of
I
Liberty
was thinking
stress
that. I
ball.
was like, that's like, isn't that a Liberty Mutual thing? That's just the
Yeah,
most
we'll make it like
I have a
tiny
friend that
fucking
works there, and I stole this
decoration.
from him.
Anytime you have a guest, you got to make him bring one item to like.
Oh, good point.
leave or something.
Oh, actually, this
Ooh,
bottle
yeah,
opener, I was
that's
sitting here flipping
smart.
around.
I'll
One of
just
my
leave
buddies.
I'll just leave my Garmin smartwatch.
Okay.
Yeah, just go leave your smartwatch, leave your phones,
Leave
run
the
them pockets
pocket
full.
for
Y'all
it,
got
too.
some cash. Yeah, one of my buddies made that fucking bottle opener out of like a. I think it's just a piece of like a flat piece of metal
That
or some
is so
shit.
dope.
He makes all kinds of
Look
stuff.
at that. It even
Actually, I have
has a
like
little,
wooden.
like-
He made like wooden spoons and shit too.
So he's like crafty like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Okay.
So I have some stuff like that, and he
That's
makes like big metal
badass.
sculptures, and he'll make like wine racks and all kinds of shit. But he like does it with just fucking a hammer and starts
Yeah.
hitting on the shit. So
Oh,
it's
really?
like forging stuff. Yeah.
Well, that's nice, man. That's
It's
cool.
a nice bottle opener. Like I don't
That's
have a bottle to
cool.
open right now, but it's like it feels good whenever you do it in your hand. It's
You can
perfect.
fuck somebody
Yeah,
up with that.
satisfying.
Yeah, you really could.
Like,
You got
yeah,
some
no,
weight
like
to
you
it.
got like with it like that. Like it's like
Fuck
one of
'em
those
up, dude.
things. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like it.
And shouts out to We Code It. They got the all the fucking
I was
Yeti
checking
cans,
that out.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
over
and
here.
shout out to ABS
Shit, I got-
fairings too. If you guys need new fairings for your bike, hit your girl up, and I got promo codes for you for them. And they do like the best custom work too.
Yeah.
And my fairings before this set that I have now on my bike, I had OEM on it, and then I wrecked it and like low siding it. So then I had to put new fairings on it, and then I bought a cheap like $500 Chinese set off eBay.
Yeah.
So like I know about like dimensions not fitting and having to like jimmy rig it right, and so and having to use non-OEM fairings. Yeah, and so then with ABS, with them not being OEM, I was really worried about them having gaps and stuff.
I see a lot of people use them.
Yeah, it came together perfectly, and they do stunt fairings too, so you don't have to like cut them and figure out how to fit them right around like the cage and everything too. So they do really good work. They really do.
Yeah, that's sick. All right, so hit you up for a discount code.
Yes, I got some
fairings.
I got some private ones.
Nice. And they pretty much make fairings across every
every single bike. Yeah, for sure. And it's like family owned too, so you're getting like the best like customer service and stuff.
Sure.
But yeah, that's what I had to say.
Hunter, anything else?
Yeah, just boring old Hunter over here.
Boring old stunner Hunter.
I don't know. I'm probably gonna be buying a new bike soon. I'm trying to wait for.
You're gonna sell the 450, right?
450 and my sport bike.
Oh, really?
Potentially, yeah.
Oh,
really?
wow.
What are you thinking about
I
getting?
hate to get rid of them, but I'm thinking about getting a new Fireblade potentially.
Yeah.
Not set on that yet.
Yeah,
though,
but you probably are.
But I really want to. The direction of the channel, I kind of want to do like you. I'm gonna keep my channel, but like I want it to kind of go a new route. And,
yeah.
I just want to enjoy just
It's
doing
fun.
what I want to do. And
Yeah,
making a video.
for sure.
So I might be pursuing
no pressure. Like you don't have to rely on the paycheck from it.
Yeah.
And it's like it's
That's
so
the
funny
biggest
because
thing.
like I was like. It kept going up, and the paycheck from YouTube just kept going up and up. And I was like, "Oh, dude, if it keeps going on this route, like I'm talking about 2 months, I'm quitting my job." And it was like right before that, it was just like, "Boom, no more." And I was like, "Damn,
it's crazy."
But it's like I'm glad I didn't quit my job or anything.
It's like no matter how
that.
hard you try and how much work you put in, it's just like
I've still kept the bartending thing. Like obviously all bars closed, so I can't now. But I always kept it, even though I do the Instagram and influencer thing. Like that's my main job.
Yeah.
But I always bartended like 6 to 8 days out of the month. So like sometimes on Friday and Saturday just to have the stability. But like with it closing, it's forced me to really make it a career and do the extra stuff, like book more things to do and advertisements and stuff. So I think that's the push I really needed to like try and make it something that's my only income, you know. But it's like something so little as someone hacking my Instagram could like take away my full income.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's scary.
Like Brian 636.
He had his shit.
His shit got hacked twice in a row, and then he just
What?
fuck it. He had to start over.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh my. Oh wait. Okay. Actually, I think I saw on his account it said hacked at like whatever K, and he made a new one.
Yeah, he was here with
for
him,
sure.
Brian, and Dank Wheelie and Zach. They all came in here for a podcast.
How does it
like,
happen
last
twice?
Month. I don't know. It was like he got it back the first time,
Yeah.
and then like a week and a half later, it was gone again.
I had my Instagram hacked once. Actually, it was like a year ago, and they unfollowed every single person I followed and deleted every single post I had, and then I had to send Instagram like my license and passport and all this shit. Yeah, but I got it back eventually. But it just like it set me way the fuck back.
Damn. Yeah, that's fucking rough. I don't know. You'd think Instagram would have like a better way to kind of
I know, right?
handle that type of shit.
I'm hoping
It's
once
probably
I
too
get
big for them to like really handle. It's like there's too many people.
For sure. I'm hoping to get once I hit the 100K mark, I'm trying to get that blue mark, that blue check.
We know some people. Me and Cole know somebody who has somebody on Instagram because he does sports marketing shit. And he could, actually, what the fuck? You could get linked up with him. Yeah.
Really? Oh my God.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do the plug.
He's got somebody over at Instagram to get their athletes specifically like.
Okay, yeah, because you have to know someone on the inside a lot.
Having a blue check mark is better if you're getting paid for posts.
For sure.
Yeah,
and everyone sees that first. They're instantly like, okay.
Yeah. He'd probably fucking definitely do something with you.
Wow. Yeah. No. Let's see.
He
my God.
He used to be a professional BMX rider.
Oh, okay.
And now he does sports marketing shit.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Could he get me a red check, not a blue?
Shut up.
Probably so, yeah.
Probably so.
All right, well, I'm about to piss myself, so we're gonna wrap this up.
Yeah.
I'm over here like shaking and fidgeting.
Looking at the water, like.
Okay. All right, dope. So I appreciate you guys coming on.
Yes, thank you for having us.
Thank
you
so
much.
Check Brittany out at Brittany Winn, right?
Yes, BrittanyWinn.
Nice. Okay, yeah, we'll put that. I know I pulled it up on screen a few times, but for all
did?
the audio
Okay,
listeners,
cool.
I'll just put it in the bio or the description. Whatever.
Thank you, everybody, for
And then
tuning
Hunter
in.
Honda, you're at what? The Hunter Honda?
The_Hunter_Honda, but if you type in Hunter Honda, it'll come up.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say
if you
you're
type that
easy
shit
to
in, you
find.
know.
Fucking easy to find. So
Yeah.
New bike coming soon. Maybe
sure.
some more track riding.
For sure.
perfect.
Maybe some videos with Brittany.
Yes, stunning. You're turning
Some
into
stunt
Stunner
videos.
Honda.
Stunt live.
That's what you gotta like label all the videos at the beginning too.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Stunner
change my name
Honda.
to Stunter Honda.
No, you gotta do
Yeah.
Stunner Honda. Like you gotta do the A, not the
100
Stunter.
100
Stunner.
Honda.
Stunner.
Yeah, 100.
Yeah. Stunner 100 Honda.
Good grief. He's going down a route I was not expecting.
Fuck. All right, dude. Bikes and bullshit. Peace.
Yes, bikes and bullshit.
Dude, man.